Jethro and July's love is a miracle born of chaos in the Snowball Kingdom. July is the summer spirit, busy in the world exploration trip. Then she got lost in the hole in the sky, the Snowball Kingdom created by Krampus. Going on a foreign trip for the first time, July was full of surprise at the whole differences from her previous summer forest.
It's snow! Oh, I got to touch the snow!
Although the weather is warming up, many ice areas have not yet melted. The troubles began when little girl July slipped and catched a cold. The wings almost froze due to carelessness, so she was unable to fly. Just when July was panicking, thinking that she would be stuck in this hellish place forever, she met Jethro, a citizen boy. Jethro agrees with July to find a way back. He even became a guide to take July to visit the Winter Wonderland. If we can't return right away, we might use this time to have a more fabulous experience. Spending the whole day together, although they couldn't successfully bring July back to her land. They had a wonderful time. Just when the two were hesitating to express their feelings, the winter came back. We need to go to Princess Ballet and Prince Edward. You need to go back. They didn't want to leave each other without sharing their feelings. No one noticed a snow butterfly that had landed on July's shoulder, following her back to her world. Returning to the original world for a long time, but neither Jethro nor July could forget each other. They often sit under the old tree in the forest in their own world to confide it. Until that morning, a pure white butterfly landed on July's shoulder.
Snow butterfly? Why does it live in such a hot place? I remember it hasn't appeared in this forest before. Snow butterfly, you look like a snowflake in this kingdom. Summer misses winter. Memories keep thicker. Spreading by sunset. Don't you know, lover?
The butterfly that received the kiss of the summer spirit then glowed brightly. It flew a few times and then crashed into the tree. Before July could shout to stop the butterfly, it had completely disappeared, as if it had passed through that tree. In the world of Snowball, Jethro was also leaning against an old tree when he heard the soft voice of his lover. It's July's voice. July? How is it possible? At that moment, from the tree, the snow butterfly, glittering with spirit dust, flew out. The two at the same time approached in shock, placing their hands on the tree at the same time. Strangely, the stump lit up and opened the gate. Gate? What's going on?
Jethro? It's the guy, isn't it? The guy on the other side of the gate?
Both of them were overjoyed to meet each other. Suddenly, the tree stump shook violently, and the door to space flew open. From there, spilled out so many characters that were sucked in, coming from different worlds. It also brings with it strange changes in the weather.
What's going on? Spring wind, summer sunlight, cherry blossoms, red autumn leaves. Oh, everything is so messed up!
That's weird. But look, July, you're not frozen anymore. Meanwhile, at the palace, Prince Edward saw the chaotic situation. He guessed that the dimensional gate was open, but Princess Ballet forbade his decision.
Wait, look, this time is different. People all over the kingdom are delighted with the change.
Huh?
This is such an opportunity. We should relax. It's okay to close the gate later.
The prince agreed, and the two joined in this unexpectedly exciting festival. Jethro and July too, they held hands through all the festivals in a year, such as Halloween. Valentine. Or Easter with warm spring air. While everyone was happy and relaxed, the sky suddenly turned dark. A giant tornado monster was slowly approaching from afar with tremendous destructive power. It is the chaos of the seasons that caused the weather to change and created monster. Quick! Go back to the tree and close the gate!
July! Hurry back to the forest. It's too dangerous here. I can't. Now that everyone is leaving, the Snowball Kingdom knows what to do now?
It's not something we need to think about. Take care of your weak body, or that monster would break you into pieces.
Sister, tornado monsters were created because of the chaos that changed the seasons suddenly. Whoever has come here is also responsible.
Not only summer spirits, everyone understood Jethro and July's persuasion. With the huge destructive power of the monster, if it is not completely solved, it will pass through the portal to the other world. They're right. I'll stay with you to clean up this mess. A lot of people around have also admired the people and this land, so they are willing to stay and contribute, although not all. It has created a viral effect. The first thing to do is to bring ordinary people into the castle shelter. The ballet princess led this procession. Magical characters such as spirits, snow princess, Santa Claus stay directly to counter monsters. The summer spirits together create a hot stream of air in front of the monster to divert it, preventing it from approaching the castle. At the same time, they tried to taunt the monster, leading it to the empty land where nobody was around.
Spring, it's your turn!
As soon as the summer spirits arrived, the spring spirits immediately controlled a huge amounts of water from the river. The snow princess casted a spell that froze the water and formed a solid wall. The tornado monster really couldn't go any further. Before everyone could rejoice, the wall cracked and broke into 100 pieces. The monster slowly walked towards the spirits and the snow princess. It roared savagely, every step as if it wanted to crush those who stood in its way. Monster! I won't let you hurt her! Wait, what? The monsters are so light, just like nothing! It turns out, witnessing Krampus's ability last Christmas, Jethro was quick to ask for his help.
Sisters, burn it!
While Krampus used magic to stop the tornado monster, the summer spirits joined forces to make it disappear. All hold their breath, waiting for the consequences. The moment the monster got weakened and turned into steam, everyone seemed they couldn't hold their happy anymore. To prevent similar incidents from happening again, the people quickly returned home. Once again, Jethro and July had to be forced to part, possibly forever. No matter where you are, I hope you remember there will always be someone who loves you.
Me too! You must live a happy life!
Witnessing that, everyone was touched and mourned for the young couple. I think we need to announce this decision. Instead of sealing the gate forever, the princess and I have decided to have Mr. Krampus locked up. The gate will be open 4 times a year on 4 days between seasons.
However, in order to avoid the phenomenon of mass appearing to cause climate change, only the messengers with the best achievements in the regions will have the opportunity to exchange. Jethro, do you hear anything? So we have a chance to meet.
Definitely try to be able to meet all seasons. It's not that easy, buddy. We still have to get over us. We also need to meet someone we love. New friends from all over the world exchange their land specials before stepping through the gate.
I really don't like separation at all.
But we all know this is not the end. Separation sometimes becomes a motivation.
A little thing. A Obey my command, show off the beauty of your valor, and join me to tease the poor brother.
This is the eldest daughter of the most weird Adams witch family in this land, Miss Wednesday. And the man who is masterfully assembling these monstrous magic ingredients is Pugsley, the twin brother she has always loved, teasing him with her magic.
Alright, I give up. Tell him to drop me off to finish the magic of resurrection.
The magic of resurrected? Is this?
Yes, it will be something that will help us to revive all things and to have more friends in this land by giving souls from this magical flower.
Huh? Friends?
It turned out that long ago, the Adams had always been friends with the people around here. Unfortunately, after they knew the witch's identity of the Adams family, they thought the family was different and bizarre, so people drove them to this hill. However, both still wished to have more friends like them, so Pugsley was determined to work out the magic of resurrection.
And I will revive this sparrow.
Huh? Hey, don't bring these colorful things near me! I'll break out in a rash! Besides, how is it this thing is going to revive all things? Stop dreaming about having friends. Because no one wants to be friends with witches.
But don't you want to have friends like us? I'll prove to you that the magic of this little thing can do it.
However, no matter how many times he tried to activate this magic item, the results are not what Pugsley hoped for.
Definitely you just teased me and caused it to hit the ground hard, so it just didn't work.
Impossible! There's no way to resurrect things, even if we use magic, so don't read these books or blame me. Otherwise...
What if I don't? You're gonna punish me?
That's right!
Since Wednesday was an arrogant person, she immediately shot magic to Pugsley. Pugsley was quick to dodge the shot, but that magic accidentally hit a strange object, made it work, and eventually, the sparrow came back to life. Both were very surprised to know that this item needed a strong enough amount of lightning to work. Then, Pugsley quickly returned home to show off his accomplishments to his parents. However, they both did not know that there was an eye that had always observed them in the background and plotted a plan for imminent peril. When the Toosers were eager to bring back the item, suddenly, a pack of wolves appeared and attacked them. Wednesday was quick, using a wand to control them. But Pugsley was separated by a wolf. Not only that, while Pugsley tried to resist, he accidentally slipped his hand and caused the precious item to almost fall to the edge. When Pugsley was hanging by a thread, a shadow slid over and supported the wolf's claws for him.
Get lost!
Pugsley! Are you alright?
I'm okay. Thanks to this guy, I was saved.
Thank you, but you're a vampire, aren't you? But if you're a vampire, you usually have to live in dangerous high mountains, not live near people like that.
Well, I am Vance, a vampire living in the west of this territory. I haven't had enough food to spare these days for the winter, so I was looking for food around here, and accidentally saw the two in distress. So I quickly helped you guys, and was injured like this. Seeing Vance hurt, Pugsley took Vance to Adam's home in haste, but Wednesday was still skeptical about this guy. When they just arrived home, Pugsley continuously talked about the item and the new friend to their parents. Their parents greatly appreciated Vance and agreed to let Vance live in the castle during the convalesce period. After that, they found out the broken item. However, Wednesday was not only feeling the look of disappointment and sadness from Pugsley, but also Vance. Not only that, Vance also actively offered to help Pugsley remake this item, making the little witch really curious for the purpose of this new enthusiastic friend.
Vance is deliberately taking Pugsley's heart and making him just completely pay attention to completing the revival magic and ignore me. I need to talk to Pugsley in case Vance does.
However, no matter how Wednesday advised Pugsley about the anomaly of Vance, Pugsley left this out.
I understand you appreciate Vance and consider him a friend, but I have a hunch that Vance is not as good as he seems.
Wednesday, sometimes we can't judge things by hunches. You also see Van's actions and feelings for us. One more thing that, finally, we have a good friend. So please, don't doubt Vance.
Then, Pugsley kept going into the room to finish the job.
Maybe Pugsley's right. We always wanted to have good friends, but now when we had, I was suspicious and overly subjective about the person.
While Wednesday was indifferent to Pugsley's words, she suddenly heard the noise inside the room. When Wednesday came in, she saw that her parents and Pugsley were allergic to the magic cake that Vance had made, but she did not understand what was happening. Vance immediately controlled her with colorful glasses, which she feared the most in the words of Pugsley.
The atoms have finally been knocked out of my hands.
As it turns out, Vance was an evil vampire, once heard of the Addams family from their freaks in the land, so he had been exploring the family for a long time, particularly as he witnessed the magic resurrection. Vance decided to approach Pugsley to repair it. And then seize the item to revive his vampire henchman to take over the land.
Thank you for this gift, Pugsley. I will use it to revive more friends for you.
After that, Vance happily left with his item. Meanwhile, Wednesday, who didn't have wand in her hand, as well as started to spread all over her body, made her family extremely afraid. Sorry, Wednesday. You stubbornly disobeyed me and made this mistake. Suddenly, Pugsley was belching because of eating too much food. The dark smoke was almost full of the room, but this helped Wednesday come up with a way to free it all.
Pugsley, keep on belching! It will cause that colored glass to be covered in black and help me restore my strength!
Pugsley agreed to do, and soon, the room was filled with black smoke. Finally, Wednesday recovered her strength, regained her wand, and unleashed magic on everyone. After that, Wednesday decided to go with Pugsley and find Vance to stop his evil plan.
They followed the lightning stream down to the village and found out Vance had used the item to revive the henchman and started to attack the villagers.
Wednesday immediately used the wand to control the vampires, but they were not only strong, but also flying very fast, making her unaware. Even though Wednesday's wand was broken by a vampire. We can't keep fighting these vampires. There are too many.
Yes, we can't have enough time to save the whole people, so we need to find another way.
When they were talking, a bolt of lightning hit the big trees nearby and created a fire, causing the vampires to panic away.
That's right, Pugsley! These vampires are scared! Fire! However, my wand was broken so it couldn't make a big fire.
Then use this.
But this is your achievement if we burn it.
This is the item that Vance and I made, but it ended up being something which was harmful to our family and people. So I'm willing to pay this price to make up for my sins.
Sorry, Pugsley. I can't give you a good friend, but despite not having friends, I hope we stay together and help each other as we do now.
Then, with Wednesday's magic ingredients and spells, the frightening fire of magic rushed in the witness of people. Surrounded on four sides by great fire, the vampires panicked and were gradually defeated. Moreover, Vance was almost devoured by the fire when he injured his wings, so he decided to turn into a bat and fled. Eventually, Vance's entire henchmen were destroyed. Finally, the light was brought back to the people.
We did it! Are you a witch of the Addams?
Although both wanted to hide their identity from the people, but it was impossible.
No wonder we've seen you guys so familiar.
Moreover, look how the fire that you two caused defected on everything around here.
But it was thanks to your fire that we could escape the vampires. So, we thank you very much for saving us, although we chased your families away from the old days.
So, we also want to try to be friends with good witches like you.
Thank you very much.
Witnessing the help of their sisters to the people, they decided to make a party to welcome the Addams back into the village. Then, the journey and challenge with the new friends of the Addams sisters continued.
What would it be like if one day you could explore your unique spirit animal's essence?
What? Have I become a crow fairy now?
Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following the story. In a world filled with injustice, the fairy race, known as the fairies, was considered a noble and powerful class. In contrast, ordinary humans were considered the lowest class. Heidi's family was no exception. Her mother was seriously ill due to the oppression of the fairies, and her younger sister was overly playful and spoiled. Heidi had to work hard every day to support her family. Growing up, Heidi had a shy and reserved nature, making it challenging for her to share her emotions. She longed to become a fairy, to gain respect and rescue her family from poverty. Recently, rumors had surfaced in the city about a magical stone that could transform humans into fairies.
I must obtain that stone. But the high-ranking fairy named Levi owns it! Are you not afraid?
Heidi disregarded the danger and followed what she knew to the location where the stone was kept.
There it is! Why would someone guard such a valuable item so carelessly?
When Heidi touched the mystical stone, a miraculous event occurred.
Wonderful! I am now a fairy! But why a crow?
Because the crow symbolizes your determination, rebirth, and renewal, as well as your dedication. In truth, the crow is the spirit animal within your soul. My magic will help you reveal that.
So that's it.
Unfortunately, Heidi was caught by the stone's owner.
How dare you trespass on my property? You will have to make amends by becoming my bride.
What? Never!
Levi threatened to harm Heidi's family if she didn't comply. From then on, Heidi was forced to live with Levi in his grand cold castle. She managed to send a crow to deliver news to her family.
This is our betrothal. You are not allowed to remove it.
During the initial period, she despised him. Levi had guards patrolling the estate, making it impossible for Heidi to escape. Heidi tried various ways, but her efforts were in vain. Despite her resistance, Levi always treated her gently, as if she were a true princess, showering her with care. But that didn't mean she was lowering her guard. She loathed these fake fairies more than anyone. Since becoming a crow fairy, Heidi had undergone some unusual changes. Adapting had been difficult. One fine day, Heidi started to see Levi differently.
Oh no! A monster is approaching my old village!
Step back and let me handle it.
Heidi was deeply moved by Levi and shared her family's situation with him.
I've already taken care of your family. As long as you stay with me, there's no need to worry about anything.
Their time together became more peaceful. Heidi began to open her heart and explore the culture and history of the fairy race.
The fairy race believes in valuing individuals, believing in their own worth and unique talents. I think you also need to find your passion and interests.
For the first time, Heidi began to live for herself and do what she loved. Gradually, she developed feelings for him. She realized that he was different from the deceitful fairies outside. He loved all beings, including humans, and always stood up for them. He believed that the fairy race's excessive individualism had led them to mistreat those who were weaker.
I will change that.
But this decision led to Levi having many enemies outside. At a party he organized, disaster struck.
Is this Levi's wife? I heard she used to be a human. How pitiful.
The taunts and gossip made Heidi feel humiliated and hurt. She had to find a way to escape from there.
Stay right there.
Who are you?
I can't allow someone with human blood to enter this place. Get out!
Heidi had never endured such humiliation. She didn't belong in Levi's world. That night, Levi and Heidi had a serious conversation. Levi believed that Heidi was no longer safe here and decided to send her home immediately.
But what about those who are opposing you?
Don't worry about me. Reunite with your family. I hope you will be safe. I love you, Heidi.
The words kept choking inside her mouth. She couldn't respond that love. She didn't have the courage to overcome her shyness and insecurities. Love was something she considered extremely elusive. Someone like Heidi might never have it in her lifetime.
What a beautiful mansion! Levi really kept his promise.
However, despite the wealth, her family wasn't happy.
Well, you're back, sis.
Heidi's younger sister Hallie regretted not helping her earlier and was remorseful for being careless. When she learned that her sister was taken, Hallie tried to find her, but couldn't enter the mansion.
I regret it so much, Heidi. If I could turn back time, I would tell you how much I love you.
This made Heidi realize that when you love someone, you must express it. Heidi decided to return to Levi to confess her feelings. But now, there was no one in his home.
The master has been captured by Corey! He asked me to give you this letter.
Corey and Levi were two fairies leading the Supreme Court. While Levi aimed to change the injustice, Corey wanted to torment or even exterminate humans.
Why do you have to fight for humans when humans can never love you?
To prove his point, Corey had cursed Levi. In 1 month, if Levi cannot make a girl with human blood say, "I love you," to him, he will lose all his power. From the beginning, everything had been part of Levi's plan. From spreading rumors about the magical stone to intentionally not guarding it. Levi transformed Heidi into a crow fairy to ensure her safety and be with her. As the deadline of 1 month approached, he returned Heidi home. He loved her deeply.
I'm sorry. If only I had been more courageous that night.
Heidi unleashed her crow power and rushed to find Levi. But it was too late. The 1 month deadline had passed. Levi was in excruciating pain, feeling his powers draining away.
You monster! Remove the curse on Levi now, or I will report you.
You're such a foolish girl. Watch this.
In the most tense moment, a magical spell appeared. It turned out that before Levi's mother passed away, she had transferred all her magic to this stone and gave it to him as a protective charm.
Heidi, you have proven your love. I can lift the curse on Levi, but you must solve a riddle. I can break, I can be attacked, I can be given, I can be kept, I can be crushed, yet I can be whole at the same time. What am I?
Heidi looked at Levi with affectionate eyes and immediately had her answer.
Love. It's love.
The pure love's light radiated everywhere, and Levi regained his strength. They both defeated Corey and brought justice. In the end, Heidi was finally able to say that she loved him sincerely. They lived happily together and used their powers to help humans.
In the prosperous land of Amidst, there lived a gentle queen named Helen, known for her compassionate heart. That's why she was much loved and respected. However, hidden behind her cheerful appearance, Queen Helen was childless, which brought her sorrow all the time. King Adonis, her husband, loved her deeply, but he could do nothing more for her but pray to the gods. Unexpectedly, sometime later, Queen Helen became pregnant, which brought immense joy to the entire palace. After 9 months and 10 days, Queen Helen struggled to give birth to a little princess whom she named Midori. To everyone's surprise, the baby was born with pale green skin, causing chaos in the palace. The queen looked at her daughter in astonishment, unable to speak, but her own health was exhausted, and she sighed and passed away, leaving the entire kingdom in mourning and sorrow. From that moment on, King Adonis was hurtful and had less favorable feelings towards Princess Midori. 18 years later, Midori had grown into a beautiful, talented, and kind princess, much like her late mother. However, all the palace servants kept their distance from her because they thought she had been the reason why their benevolent queen was no longer in the world. Especially since she was a kid, Midori had possessed a magical power whose origin she hadn't known, nor why her father, the king of the land, forbade her from using it. With this power, she desired to help people and animals around her, but each time she did so, it always led to trouble. Once, while practicing archery, a sudden gust of wind caused her arrow to veer off course, heading towards a bird. She quickly used her magic to alter the arrow's trajectory, saving the bird from being harmed. As she embraced the bird, her father, the king, appeared. His face turned red with anger.
I strictly forbid you from using magic. Why are you so disobedient?
But father, if I didn't use magic, this bird would have died.
You don't understand anything. Your magic is the cause of all our misfortunes.
He ordered her to be locked in her room and forbade her from leaving. Midori felt sad and angry with her father.
Father is so unreasonable. If magic can help all living creatures, why would he prohibit me?
Staying locked in her room for too long, Midori couldn't bear the confinement. So when the king didn't pay attention, she decided to escape from the palace. While wandering, she witnessed a pack of ferocious wolves attacking a young sheep in a village. Without hesitation, she used her magic combined with her green skin to intimidate the wolf and protect the sheep. The wolves fled, and the lambs were safe. Midori felt satisfied with her action, but to her surprise, the villagers misunderstood her as a monster who was trying to eat their sheep.
Look, everyone, the monster is harming our sheep.
They approached her with sticks to drive her away. Midori couldn't explain and only knew to run away quickly. She returned to the palace, butchered and bruised. The servants looked at her with fear and avoided her like the plague. Except for Maurice, her loyal attendant, who always stayed by her side, caring for and comforting her. The king, upon knowing Midori's use of magic and the ensuing events, punished her once again. She constantly clashed with the king due to his unreasonable rules. Midori always felt very sad and lonely.
Why does my father always prevent me from using magic? Doesn't he care about these innocent creatures?
Maurice could only comfort the princess, helping her ease the inner sorrow.
Princess, I believe the king must be hiding something. Or else, why would he forbid you from doing such good things?
Hearing Maris, Midori couldn't help but doubt her father, the one she loved the most. One day, when the king was away, Maris and Princess Midori discovered a secret room in the palace. Getting inside, they found glass containers holding tormented souls, screaming in hopeless despair.
It's a pity for those kind souls. Does the king keep them here to use as ingredients for dark magic?
According to Maris, when these tormented souls gathered during a lunar eclipse, the person who possessed them would gain boundless power. It seemed the king had been preventing Midori from using her magic to protect his own dark plans. In that room, Midori suddenly discovered a secret treasure chest.
That is the magical bead necklace containing the most powerful magic left behind by the benevolent Queen Helen for the princess. And only you are the true owner who can touch it. Princess, please release those unfortunate souls. It is perhaps the queen's wish for you to do so.
Witnessing the poor souls trapped in the glass containers, Midori couldn't help but feel sympathy. Driven by her compassionate heart, Princess Midori takes the bead necklace, and its power radiated from her. Miraculously, her magic spread throughout the room, lifting the glass containers that held those souls, floating them in the air. Surprisingly, the glass containers converged into one point and shattered completely. The liberated souls transformed into a radiant light and ascended into the sky. Princess Midori was overjoyed to have helped these souls, but suddenly Maris smirked and smiled cunningly.
My naive and fool princess, you've helped me fulfill my wish.
It turned out that those souls were not kind-hearted beings, but magical demons created by Maris and subjugated by the king. Years ago, Maris led these dark spirits to attack Queen Helen with the goal of obtaining the magic bead necklace, believing it would make her the most powerful being in the world. The timely intervention of the king ruined her plan. But she cunningly sealed the dark force within Queen Helen. Then, she swiftly escaped. Little did anyone suspect that she had been hiding all this time, disguised as a servant, to approach the princess. She exploited the rift between the king and his daughter to accomplish her sinister objectives.
You cunning woman, deceiving me for your own ambition?
Maris was really joyful with her successful ambition. She clapped her hands, summoning the dark spirits, who transformed into terrifying malevolent entities. The malevolent spirits gathered around Maurice, empowering her further. Maurice used her magic to wound Midori and took the valuable bead necklace from her. She was about to eliminate the princess when suddenly the king rushed to shield his daughter. The king was furious that his daughter had fallen into Maurice's trap, but he still loved and cared for his only child.
Maurice, it was her who used magic to curse Queen Helen while she was pregnant with you, causing your strange green skin, and I didn't want you to face the same fate as your mother. I can't believe all this time you've been right in front of me.
You've only realized it now, but it's already too late. I now possess the most powerful, malevolent souls within me, along with this magical bead necklace. What can you possibly do to me? Do you even know what that magical bead necklace you're holding really is?
In an instant, the bead necklace in Maris's hand transformed into water and dissipated. Princess Midori raised the genuine necklace and said,
When you revealed your true self, I had already swapped the precious necklace. Did you think I would let you get a hold of this valuable bead necklace?
Maurice angrily attacked the princess, but the king shielded his daughter in the nick of time. The king was injured and fell down amidst the chaos, protected by his daughter's actions. He had never said it before, but he always loved his daughter unconditionally.
I'm always proud of you, my dear.
Princess Midori, looking at her wounded father, felt regret for her past disagreements with him. She realized that she needed to be strong. Holding the bead necklace in her hand, Midori summoned the Radiant Souls, merging them into herself, and her power surged exponentially. Maurice was showing no fear of the princess, continued to mock and despise her as a weak girl. Before Maurice could finish her words, the light of righteousness from Princess Midori enveloped her, preventing any counterattack. Maurice was sealed within a glass container, without being able to escape forever. After dealing with her enemy, Princess Midori approached her wounded father. His sacrifice made Midori realize the need to be stronger. Princess Midori decided to leave the palace and continue her mother's path, traveling to help people all over the kingdom.
Sorry I'm late, sir.
It's you again! Always playing around, timid and lazy. Can't you be more prepared?
Sir, calm down. Did the zombies not appear earlier?
What? What do you mean? Rainbow just arrived. So where is that zombie? Zombies are coming!
Indeed, as soon as the strange music played, a horde of ruthless zombies would immediately appear and rampage. The louder the music, the more terrifying their strength. With no other choice, the gentle plant fairy had to take turns guarding the garden, except for Rainbow, of course. Speaking of her, Rainbow possessed a mesmerizing singing voice from birth. However, she only used this power for insignificant matters. Even in one careless time, Rainbow accidentally mesmerized herself, causing a major mishap. So, not many people valued her abilities. Aware of her clumsiness, Rainbow was quite self-conscious and often hid away. She thought she was safe, but then a wandering zombie staggered towards her. With no plant fairy around to call for help, Rainbow trembled as she used her singing to mesmerize the approaching zombie.
Where am I? Who am I?
You should ask your zombie mother. Why ask the plant fairy?
All right, I am. A plant fairy.
Nonsense! Just wait. I'll call Tallnut to capture you. Haha, they won't dare to underestimate me anymore.
Please, don't. Don't leave me. I'm afraid of zombies.
Are you brainless? You are that zombie! Rainbow's attention suddenly shifted to the wrist of the zombie. It belonged to her close friend, Tangle Kelp. She panicked, thinking her childhood friend was in danger, while the foolish zombie had no memory and just shook its head in response to her questions. The first thing they needed to do was to conceal his identity. This was a breeze for Rainbow's best friend, Sunflower.
Stop it! Can't you see? He's so harmless, he won't harm anyone!
Huh?
Huh?
With her friend's exceptional design skills, not even the picky Tallnut could detect anything suspicious.
I've never seen such a weird pumpkin in my life.
It's Halloween after all. Don't be a killjoy. Zombie Pumpkin even cosplayed as a plant fairy, living in harmony and winning the hearts of everyone, from the elderly to children, and even, well, beautiful girls. Thanks to Pumpkin, Rainbow became bolder and cherished her mesmerizing ability even more. He helped her use this power to calm down hostile insect swarms, making them assist the plant fairy in their work. In a sudden moment, Rainbow was startled to realize that she had developed feelings for this half-corpse, half-plant. Of course, she didn't know that a zombie with no heart and an empty head like Pumpkin was momentarily mesmerized by Rainbow's radiant smile. All the plants in the fairy garden were created by Dr. Thomas, a kind and respected scientist. Surely, he would invent something to uncover the truth about the Tanglecup's ring on Pumpkin's hand. Dr. Thomas, I have something to ask you.
Quiet. Dr. Thomas needs to prepare for the Halloween parade. Go away and let him rest.
Come on, Tallnut. We are the heroes of the future. Let's promise everyone that tonight, on Halloween, we will together stop the invasion of demons and protect the city.
It's not working. This is the only way. That night, two brave individuals sneaked into Thomas's laboratory to confront him personally. However, all the warm and benevolent images of Dr. Thomas shattered before their eyes. It was a horrifying scene, far from what the plant fairy had imagined. He was concocting a green liquid that could turn any plant into a zombie. The eerie sounds made by the plants were causing the zombies to become agitated. Back when he lived in the city, the center of development, Thomas had been ridiculed for not being as accomplished as other scientists. He moved to this countryside with a sinister ambition to create various types of zombies and unleash them upon the city to cause an epidemic.
Success! I've succeeded! Now you will all beg me to provide the antidote. Let's see who dares to underestimate me now.
Pumpkin and Rainbow hurried back to the garden to inform the plant fairy. Despite Pumpkin's true identity was revealed as a zombie cosplaying, Dr. Thomas's impeccable image led the plants to continue venerating him.
Rainbow! You've been turned into a zombie by him! Quickly, lock them up!
Soon after, they would regret their decision. Dr. Thomas imprisoned all the plant fairy on Halloween to prepare for their transformation into zombies. During this time, Rainbow had become so accustomed to the punishment of the plant fairy that she easily escaped. Two people quickly appeared and rescued the plant fairy while Thomas was busy preparing the zombie serum.
Dr. Thomas, it seems we need an explanation from you.
How dare you!
It's over! Your potion has been destroyed! You can't do anything to us anymore! But Thomas was not afraid. He summoned a horde of zombies with his music, to punish those who wouldn't listen. They learned a horrifying secret, that all the brave fighters from before had been turned into zombies, not gone abroad or anything else. The fighting spirit of the plant fairy gradually dimmed. They couldn't harm those who might have been their friends or loved ones.
Destroying the potion can make my plan fail. Dream on.
So, Tangle Kelp is...
Be careful! Chase after him, Rainbow!
Now Pumpkin was no longer weak. He confronted Dr. Thomas boldly. Realizing his vulnerability, Thomas plunged into the liquid to transform himself into the most powerful zombie.
You're insane!
This solution will only enhance my strength. My will remains. In contrast, you were turned into a zombie once. If the solution permeates you again, you'll become a permanent zombie. Tangle Kelp.
But Pumpkin was not afraid. At this moment, nothing was more important to him than defeating the villain and saving his plant species. With equal strength, Pumpkin eventually defeated Dr. Thomas. Rainbow and Pumpkin obtained the antidote to turn all the zombies back into their friends and loved ones among the plant fairy. Except for Pumpkin, who lost the chance to become a plant fairy once again. However, thanks to bathing in the extremely potent zombie serum, Pumpkin remembered his past, realizing that he truly was Tangle Kelp.
Enough of this nonsense! Everything is over! Let's go and enjoy Halloween!
That's right! We prepared for this event with so much effort!
Yes, it's all over.
Not necessarily. After all those events, they realized that their feelings went beyond friendship. This year's Halloween was truly unforgettable for all, including this one. Happy Halloween! Trick or treat! The story concludes here today. Thank you for your support. Every view is a huge encouragement for us to create more exciting stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, please share with WOA Fairy Tales your feelings after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode!
Once upon a time, in the early days, there appeared planets of sweetness in the galaxy. The planet Ice Cream was covered in a pure, cool, and refreshing white color. Houses and trees were formed from gigantic ice cream cones. Every princess of the Ice Cream planet had the magical power to shoot ice, freezing everything around. Among them, Beva had superior powers. She could create thick layers of ice, ward off the heat of the sun, and protect the planet. Next to the planet Ice Cream stood the planet Candy. The planet Candy dazzled people with its vibrant and colorful candies. A gentle river of chocolate flowed around everything. And the houses and landscapes were made of various sweet treats. As you passed through, you could hear the joyful sound of popping candies. Shardy, the leader of the planet, had the ability to transform everything into delightful sweet treats. The neighbor of the candy planet was the planet Cake. The planet Cake exuded a simple and pure beauty, where the houses were made of cookies, biscuits, and sponge cakes. The air carried a sweet aroma of freshly baked cakes, and in the distance you could hear the delightful sound of cake bells. Princess Yana, possessed the magic to seal everything within an invisible thread. Lastly, there was the planet Pudding, radiating smoothness and gentleness. From the sky to the ground, everything was soft and tender. Ari, the Pudding Princess, had the ability to soften even the hardest things, making them tender and delicate. However, these planets did not get along well with each other, which made it easier for evil forces to invade. The planet Candy was the first target of the ant tribe, who had poisonous legs that caused damage to all the sweets. Princess Shardy tried to use her powers to protect the planet, but failed to defeat them. Shardy decided to seek help from the other planets, but received cold rejections. Upon returning to her planet and seeing the devastation, Shardy burst into tears.
It's all because of me. I'm utterly useless for not being able to protect my own planet.
Princess, don't blame yourself. We'll always be by your side.
In the past, my older sister Carrie was the most powerful. But since she became the queen, she only sent letters saying she wouldn't fulfill her mission in another land. I've tried every means to contact her, but I couldn't find her.
Just then, the news of the intergalactic beauty pageant spread.
Another beauty pageant? Isn't my sister the reigning queen? That's strange. I must participate to meet the queen and find answers about my sister.
The day of the beauty pageant arrived, and all the princesses gathered in the hall of the Galaxy Kingdom. Everyone was dressed splendidly, while Shardy wore an old dress. People mocked and jeered at her. The official competition began, and the host introduced the various rounds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Galaxy Peace Queen Pageant. The competition consists of 3 rounds: evening gown showcase, talent round, and question and answer round. Those who advance to the 3rd round will have a direct audience with the Queen of the Galaxy, Apora.
That's right. I have to meet the queen to inquire about my sister's whereabouts. I must make it to the 3rd round.
Shardy quietly observed while waiting for the contestants to get ready for the 1st round.
How can I win this round? They are all so beautiful. Give up! No matter how hard you try, it's useless.
The host started calling the names of each contestant. The evening gown showcase round is about to begin. The first contestant is from the ice cream planet, Beva. The second contestant is from the cake planet. The third contestant is from the pudding planet. And Shardy is the final catwalk contestant. Finally, the princess from the candy planet has arrived. Shardy!
Her dress is so ugly. Does she have any other dress?
Hers is older than mine.
At the same time, the other contestants were returning to their positions.
Sorry, I must make it to the next round.
She quietly transformed candies to disrupt the performances of the other contestants without anyone noticing. The princesses sitting on the stage were shocked and cried out in pain. And of course, Shardy received the highest score in the 1st round. The 2nd round is the talent round. Contestants, please prepare your most outstanding performances. First up, let's welcome contestant Beva. Beva stepped forward, but suddenly the lights went out. On the stage, there was only one spotlight shining on Beva, making her stand out. Her feet glided gracefully, as if she were wearing ice skates. Beva could even create ice from her hands.
I'm sorry, Beva.
As Beva approached the wings, unexpectedly, a candy stick pricked her foot. Feeling embarrassed, Beva gave up on her performance. And the next contestant, Yana! Yana began her performance. Strands of pasta gracefully flew through the air from her sleeves and twirled around Yana like a whirlwind.
Jana, forgive me.
Suddenly, a long candy bar flew towards Yana. Yana got confused, and the strands of pasta entangled her like a mummy. Yana decided to give up on her performance. Next up, contestant Ari! Ari performed a dance routine on giant puddings. The soft puddings acted as springboards, propelling Ari from one side to the other.
Ari, I have no other choice.
Ari stumbled, and small pudding cubes fell on her head. Ari quickly gave up as well. There's no need to argue. At the end of the round, once again, Shardy secured the highest score. The winner of the second round is Shardy! The final round, the question and answer session came, and Shardy was taken to meet Queen Epora. It was a special room where Shardy couldn't see the Queen's appearance.
Hello, Queen Epora. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Run away! It's the Queen's trap!
Startled, Shardy rushed to pull the curtain forcefully.
Sister! Run! She's coming! The Queen has been kidnapping the most beautiful and talented girls to absorb their life force and remain forever young! It's too late now!
Epora rushed forwards and cast a spell on Shardy, rendering her unable to move, her whole body frozen.
Ah! You monster! You'll never be beautiful by carrying an evil heart! I will defeat you! Ha 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 ha! How will you do that? Like this?
After their failed performances, the princesses began to suspect something was wrong. They secretly followed Shardy to the Queen's room to find the truth. They listened to Shardy's story and Kari's revelation about the evil Queen Epora.
Shardy, you played dirty because you realized the contest had issues, just like the mysterious disappearance of our sister. We will help you protect Kari and fight against her.
Your imitations! Don't talk too much!
Yana shot out strands of pasta that tightly wrapped around Epora, immobilizing her. Immediately, Beva quickly shot ice blocks to encase Epora. Without hesitation, Shardy transformed into a candy rocket and forced herself inside. Finally, Ari turned into a pudding launchpad, ending the battle. Shardy and the princesses brought Kari back to the Candy Planet. Together, they helped Kari regain her original appearance. People from different planets came to celebrate with the Candy Planet. They all joined forces to repair and restore the Sweet Planet after the attack of the Ant Tribe. Thus, the Candy Planet was revived and adorned itself with a sweet and enchanting beauty once again. From then on, the 4 planets, ice cream, candy, cake and pudding, lived peacefully, creating a sparkling and beautiful galaxy.
They say home is where the heart is. But why do I always feel this place is so fake? Out there, what is waiting for me? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following. 100 years ago, the myriad creatures lived happily in the forest. Tragedy struck when the forest deity mysteriously disappeared. In its place was a ferocious lava monster. It wreaked havoc on everything and brought a veil of darkness. The forest was no longer a safe haven. They spread rumors that the very monster defeated the forest deity and took his mystical heart. In the face of this sorrow, the skilled fox person Marwood helped them build a magical crystal kingdom.
Thanks to you, Marwood. It's all thanks to the divine seed that the spirits bestowed upon me.
Listening to Marwood, the myriad creatures stayed in this land. They believed that leaving meant certain doom. Every day they mined stone ore, depleting the remaining resources outside, all for the sake of the tribal leader's kingdom. And in return, a warm and happy life. Among these myriad creatures, there was a pair of unicorn spouses. Lately, the wife had been hearing strange whispers, urging her to escape. She ventured deep into the forest, acting as if enchanted. When the husband arrived, the mother had departed forever. Only a newborn child remained. In that moment, he swore to protect his daughter for a lifetime. Savannah, the unicorn, a child born of the forest, but not allowed to return. The mysterious origin of Savannah made her look different from other unicorns. They called her an anomaly, an orphan. She found solace in the trees outside. They were her closest friends.
Come back quickly, Savannah. Do you know how dangerous this place is?
But Dad!
You're not allowed to come here anymore. I forbid it.
Despite the prohibition, Savannah would often sneak out to read the ancient scrolls left by her ancestors. The unicorns used to live so happily with nature, didn't they? Savannah continued to grow. Luckily, she had a friend, the fairy bunny Hazel.
Oh, how wonderful! Wherever you go, the birds follow. I don't understand it either. Look, I can even do this!
But the strange occurrences didn't stop there. Savannah often had dreams of the forest, where she saw the divine seed that Marwood always guarded. Savannah decided to seek answers about herself.
It's safe.
Immediately, both of them were pulled into a magical, virtual world. Under the warm light of the enchanted forest, Savannah and Hazel frolicked freely on the lush meadows. The forest was truly majestic and poetic.
These peaches are so delicious.
Please, return my heart. Give it back to me.
The divine seed is the heart of yours? So Marwood is the thief.
This is the only way for the myriad creatures to return to the forest.
Listening to the forest deity, Savannah was determined to become the one who could save him. Little did they know that taking the divine seed also meant the Crystal Kingdom would crumble. The seal broke and the swamp creatures surged in, incredibly dangerous.
Wait there! I'll bring the seed back!
As soon as they set foot in the real forest, Savannah felt a surge of fairy power in her body. She unlocked a powerful ability to control plants. Watch this! The sky seemed to brighten as Savannah appeared, and the forest was liberated from the dark night. Following the guidance of the divine seed, they arrived at a dangerous mountain pass. Savannah easily crossed it with Hazel. However, the world before them was a barren desert, completely different from the natural experiences they had before.
Could it be too late to save the forest?
Finally, I caught up with you! Come on, give me the seed! Your father is in danger!
As soon as Marwood's border broke,
the lava monster would destroy all life within it.
You don't want all the creatures to face extinction, do you?
Though she wanted to save the forest, Savannah couldn't abandon her father.
No! Don't give it to him! Remember your destiny, Savannah!
Suddenly, an image projected from the divine sea. As Savannah predicted, Marwood, driven by boundless greed, had stolen the forest deity's heart. However, when the forest deity vanished, the lava monster appeared and demanded its heart back. Marwood and the lava monster engaged in a terrible battle. Before fleeing, he realized the lava monster was none other than the forest deity that had been corrupted. Marwood had exploited the creature's resource exploitation, turning the once lush forest into a barren land. So that's why it led to that curse.
Give it here!
The lava monster suddenly awakened from the nightmare of vengeance after 100 years.
Huh?
Be careful, Savannah! Oh, Hazel, save him! I believe in you.
And that was the last word her beloved best friend had for Savannah. In that moment of desperation, Savannah looked deep into the deity's eyes. Please return to your true self.
Deceitful! All deceitful!
That moment, Savannah embraced her fate and spread her arms to embrace the deity. Her entire body ignited, but she didn't care. With intense hatred, the deity set its own heart ablaze. Just as Savannah was about to fight, she was drawn into the subconscious of the forest deity. In front of her were images of the past.
Before I was corrupted, I split my heart in two. One half became the divine seed. The other half was guarded by the forest spirits. And I waited for the most empathetic and purest soul to give my heart to. You are the chosen one, Savannah.
I can feel the heartbeat of the forest. The answer about herself that she had been seeking for so long. The past faded away, and a new vision appeared.
Come on, Savannah, make your choice. Do you want to enjoy or challenge?
Door number 1 will bring Savannah a comfortable life in the Crystal Kingdom. The forest deity will use its remaining power to let this land prosper for another 300 years. I will protect my family and all the creatures. At door number 2, Savannah will gain extraordinary power. Enough to bring the Forest Unicorn Tribe to a new forest. But this Oride land and the Crystal Kingdom will be forever destroyed, along with the creatures within.
What will it be?
I don't want to choose anything. It's too selfish. I just want to save you.
Yes, I guessed correctly. You're ready. Now, step through the...
Savannah returned to the Crystal Kingdom, but everything was gone. Why is it like this?
From now on, this forest will be re-established. Let me become the new forest deity, my dear. I no longer have the strength, but I trust you.
Savannah embraced the forest deity one last time, bidding farewell. Then she used all her strength to regenerate each tree, creating a lush forest. The myriad creatures also pitched in to help. Marwood was imprisoned for his crimes. From then on, all the myriad creatures lived happily together. They no longer feared stepping out of their safe haven, but always aimed to protect nature and what was most genuine. Mysterious events often commence beneath the shimmering moonlight, and tonight is no exception.
The air was dense, as if swallowed by a looming darkness. Before Carmi's chilling scream tore through the night. Ah! Is it a nightmare? The morning after, that was meant to be a momentous occasion.
Carmi, are you alright? Are you feeling unwell?
I don't know. I just feel completely drained of energy.
Pre-birthday syndrome, perhaps. How strange.
Things started to look up when the well-wishers from their friends poured in. They were the ones Carmi had always supported throughout the years. Hey, Kebby, can you help me with this? Their friendship had endured for 15 years, ever since the day Carmi was adopted into Kebby's family as a child. Apart from Carmi's birthday, there was another significant event today. This is Alan Helsing, a new friend in our community. Please help him, everyone. Alan, you can sit. Oh, next to Carmi. Hi, I'm Carmi. Alan's peculiar gaze sent Carmi's mind reeling. Excuse me, teacher. May I step outside? What's up with him? Looking back, Carmi's face and eyes appeared perfectly normal. Teacher! Maybe the teacher was right. I must be sleep-deprived. Carmi, furious and disregarding the danger, rushed forward to intervene.
This kid's trying to live in, huh?
Strangely, his punch did nothing to the petite girl. In fact, Carmi easily blocked and knocked him down.
You! How can this be?
The teacher is here!
After dealing with the ruffian, Carmi once again found herself surrounded by praise from the crowd. However, Alan's eyes remained concealed within the gathering, still observing unusually. That evening, after enjoying a hearty dinner prepared by Kebby's mother, Carmi and Kebby mischievously slipped away to celebrate their own birthday.
Hey!
This was a yearly tradition for the two. Happy birthday, Carmi! Happy birthday, Carmi! Who said that?
What's going on? I don't hear anything.
It came from the edge of the woods. Can't you hear it?
Huh?
To prove her point, Carmi firmly led Kebby to investigate the source. Suddenly, a flock of bats appeared, behaving strangely. Can't you see? They're talking! Carmi explained to Kebby about the peculiar events of the day.
I'm sorry, Carmi, but this is really weird.
Do you see that tree branch? I feel like I could easily climb up there.
Impossible! Whoa! Carmi, where are you?
I'm right here!
You're amazing! You know, Kami, you kind of seem, like a vampire.
A vampire?
They quickly found more information about these species in one of Kebi's ancient books. It mentioned that vampires possess terrifying strength, unmatched speed, and the ability to communicate with bats and mesmerize others.
When they're strong enough, they can even transform into bats!
Too noisy. It's time to go to bed. Shh. This is our secret. However, things weren't as straightforward as they seemed. A few days later, when Kebi accidentally fell, the scent of fresh blood filled Carmi's nostrils, leaving her in a state of emptiness.
Kami?
When things returned to normal, Carmi panicked and fled, fearing she might unintentionally harm those around her. All of this was observed through the eyes of Alan, the lurking threat nearby. Since that day, Carmi did everything she could to avoid meeting people.
Kami?
Stay away from me, Kebi. I might hurt you.
Let me in. We're friends. You'd never harm me.
Kebi's sincere words of encouragement helped Carmi overcome her apprehension. Both of them ventured into the woods to explore Carmi's newfound abilities. As her fears receded, they discovered that Carmi's abilities could provide wonderful experiences akin to those found in fairy tales. Never before had they enjoyed themselves to such an extent. On the way back, Carmi playfully teased Kebi. Haha, just kidding, Kebi! But someone didn't see it that way. The owner of that knife was Alan. Alan, what's going on?
Get away from that vampire.
How do you know?
Why, of course. I came from a proud and noble lineage of vampire hunters. That's how. And today, you will be the first prey to continue my family's tradition. Alan, there must be some misunderstanding here. No misunderstandings at all. Watch this.
Carmi's body immediately responded, helping her evade Alan's precise attacks. While she possessed the powers of a vampire, she struggled to use them effectively, and it was no easy feat to escape.
This doesn't look good. Kami's losing.
Aside from direct combat, Alan swiftly set up traps to subdue Carmi.
Kami, be careful!
As predicted, Carmi grew weaker.
Kami, run!
Alan, unexpected, who was just moments ago his prey, now turned into his savior. Once Carmi saved Alan, she wasted no time. But difficulties don't dissipate so easily. The sword was plunged into the ground, a resolute act by its owner. Thank you,
But why did you do that?
You're probably not as bad as I thought. Nevertheless, don't celebrate just yet. I'll be keeping an eye on you everywhere. If you know any unusual signs, I'll... Oh, come on. That's not going to happen. I guarantee it. So in short, why did you become a vampire, Carmi?
Strangely, there were no bite marks on her body, which indicated that Carmi had not been bitten. As they pondered this perplexing situation, a tall, dark figure appeared.
Vintage attire?
Wild features like in the books.
He's a vampire.
Ha ha ha! Hello, my daughter Carmi!
Welcome to Barbie Land, the only place with a single standard of beauty. And only one Barbie could meet all those standards perfectly. Shiny blonde hair, sparkling blue eyes, thin cute lips, slim and fit body, and especially no body odor. Her name was Barbie, of course, because that was the common name for all the Barbie dolls living here.
Hello, Barbie. Hello, Barbie. Hello, Barbie. Hello, Barbie. Hello, Barbie. And hello, Barbie.
Here, there was only one boy named Ken. His job was to help Barbie with everything.
Hello, Ken.
Hello, Barbie. Nice to see you again. Barbie still had a very close friend who was very knowledgeable about fashion. However, she did not want to conform to the beauty standards set here, so not many people wanted to be close to her outside of Barbie.
Today I have bought a lot of clothes. Can you help me choose a suitable outfit for the upcoming key ceremony? Of course, Barbie.
I don't understand why everyone wants to organize an annual key giving ceremony.
Well, every year you always receive an absolute majority of votes.
That is a tradition of Barbie Land, honey. That key is very important to us. We need it in order to activate the energy of Barbie Land. That's right. If one day the key goes missing, Barbie Land will be in danger. Hey, Barbie, try on these outfits.
When Barbie was getting ready to try on her new clothes, suddenly there was a strange smell coming up.
Barbie, do you smell something unpleasant? Yes, it smells like dead fish.
Then, the two of them became extremely panicked when they realized that a foul odor was coming from the beautiful feet of Barbie.
Oh my goodness! Barbie! How could this happen? No Barbie has ever had a bad smell on their body before. I'm panicking here. What should I do? The key ceremony is only a few days away. Everyone won't like me anymore. They will avoid me. For now, don't let anyone know about this, including Ken. I will find a way to help you, because no one has ever experienced something like this. So it may take some time, but there might be a solution. But, Barbie, calm down. Everything will be fine, I promise.
However, that evening, there were suddenly a lot of noisy sounds and shouting around Barbie's house.
Barbie, there's bad news. I don't know how everyone found out that you have smelly feet. Now they're protesting outside. If that's the case, I will go outside and apologize to everyone. No, they are currently very angry. If you go out there, it will only make them more agitated. So what should I do? Earlier, I found a way, but... Really? How so? But what?
Without further explanation, Barbie was pulled out by her friend through the back door. They stopped at a corner of Barbie Land, where there was a rusty door. They used all their strength just to be able to open it.
You have to leave Barbie Land.
Seeing the pitch black night behind the door, Barbie hesitated a little.
I think I should still go back and...
However, before she could finish her sentence, Barbie was forcefully pushed through that terrifying door by her friend. Barbie was taken to a very strange place. Here, the green color of grass dominated, not pink, like in Barbie Land.
Help me!
The sound of distress attracted Barbie's attention. Following the sound, she discovered a girl hanging precariously on a cliff's edge. Barbie quickly pulled the girl up.
Thank you for your help. I am Merida, the princess of the powerful Dunrock tribe. Earlier, I was being chased by a big black bear, which caused me to slip and fall into a ravine. Who are you? You don't seem to be a local.
I'm Barbie, and I come from Barbie Land.
When Merida learned Barbie's story, she couldn't help but burst into laughter.
This matter is very serious. It's not fun at all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Your problem is nothing compared to mine. I will help you.
Merida took Barbie back to the tribe and prepared a special water with a lot of precious herbs for her.
Dip your feet in here.
Following Merida's advice, Barbie took off her high heels and put her feet in the water basin. At this moment, Merida just realized that Barbie's legs still remained pointed high even though she had taken her feet out of the shoes.
Why don't you put your feet down?
What are you saying? Nobody does that at my place.
Frustrated with the strange rules in Barbie Land, Merida had to bring out a taller basin so that Barbie could soak her feet in it. Indeed, Merida's herbal water had helped eliminate the unpleasant odor from Barbie's feet.
Thank you, Merida. You saved my entire life. No, it was you who saved my life.
At this moment, a servant entered and informed Merida about a certain party.
Oh, I love parties! Lively music, delicious food, and especially getting to meet a lot of friends. I feel the opposite. This is a party for princesses and princes. The purpose is for everyone to be able to find their other half. Last year, I was laughed at because of my appearance.
They are really mean. Just ignore them.
In fact, I didn't really pay attention to them. I'm just afraid of that person.
Who is it?
Fergus, the prince of the neighboring kingdom. We met when we were young and...
And did you like him, right?
This year he will also participate. If he sees me like this, he will be very disappointed.
Oh, I see. Merida, how about this time? Let me help you out.
With the help of Barbie, the next day, Merida appeared with a completely new and incredibly glamorous appearance at the party. She attracted the attention of all the princes there. However, Prince Fergus didn't care about her at all. Suddenly, a glass of water was thrown directly into Merida's face, causing her makeup to wash away. That water cup was from an evil princess, jealous of Merida when she saw her being surrounded by many people. Seeing the unpleasant appearance of Merida, the princes surrounding her quickly rushed to find another place. Feeling extremely embarrassed, Merida immediately ran out of the party. Later, Barbie found Merida sitting sadly by a river. When Barbie was about to comfort again, suddenly a large bear appeared growling ferociously. It began to charge and attack the two people.
Barbie, run quickly!
However, because of the high-heeled shoes, Barbie could not run quickly.
Take off your shoes and put your feet down to run faster.
No one does that where I am.
This is not Barbie Land, or do you want to be inside the belly of that bear?
Hearing that, Barbie immediately followed Merida's instructions. When Barbie's feet were set free, she immediately speeded up and zoomed away. Running for a while, both were chased by a bear, pushing them towards the foot of a mountain. Knowing that there was no way to escape, Merida had to take a risk and fight with it. She picked up a piece of wood, then she did muscle up, causing her tight dress to tear. However, her strength could not be compared to that of a large wild bear. It seemed that both had to endure a cruel fate when an arrow flew quickly in front of the bear's face, making it stop. That's Fergus, the prince that Merida always remembered. He drew out a sharp, powerful sword and rushed to fight against the fierce bear. Just after a few strokes, the prince was able to defeat it. It turned out that this time, Fergus came here to propose to Merida, the brave princess who had once helped him escape danger when he was little. Since then, he vowed to become strong so that he could protect her in the future. At the party, he didn't pay attention to Merida because he was too busy searching for messy hair that he always longed to remember. When Merida found out the truth, she was extremely happy. But suddenly, she remembered her appearance and felt a little nervous.
But our outward appearance is not as beautiful and glamorous as the other princesses.
You are the most beautiful person I have ever met. Your face, your hair, your brave and kind heart all make me tremble with excitement.
So, Merida's love story finally had a happy ending in an unexpected way. After Merida's wedding, Barbie had to quickly return to Barbie Land. When she returned to the room, Barbie saw her close friend also being here.
Barbie, I'm back! And you were right! There is indeed a cure for me out there! There is still time for the key ceremony, so please hurry and help me get ready!
At that moment, Barbie suddenly realized that something was not right.
Why are you dressed and made up like me? I am so worried that you won't be able to come back in time, so I'm planning to temporarily pretend to be you to receive the key and then wait for you to return to give it back. You are truly my best friend, Barbie. Now that I'm back, you don't have to go through any more trouble. Okay, then go change your clothes. I have already prepared them in the dressing room. You are indeed thoughtful.
However, as soon as Barbie entered the dressing room, her friend immediately slammed the door shut, locking her inside.
Barbie, what are you doing? Let me go quickly! I will replace you to go receive the key. Why do you have to do that? I'm fed up with having to shadow you all the time. It's all because of that silly beauty standard. Once I have the key, I will be able to take control of this place and replace that stupid standard.
She quickly left after speaking, leaving Barbie extremely confused about the changes in her friend. Suddenly, at this moment, Barbie smelled an unpleasant odor rising.
This foul smell! Could it be my own feet?
Looking down, there was nothing unusual. Barbie took a sigh of relief. Following the foul smell, Barbie discovered a bottle of liquid along with many strange objects. At this moment, she just realized that everything was intentionally arranged by her friend beforehand. A strange sound came from behind the clothes, startling Barbie. She carefully moved the pile of clothes aside and discovered that Ken was tightly tied up there. Because Ken had discovered what evil intentions Barbie was plotting, he was locked up here. They had to quickly come to stop Barbie before it's too late. With Ken's natural repairing talent, he could not be easily challenged by a lock. When Barbie arrived at a square where the event took place, everyone was extremely surprised and confused to see two identical standard Barbies. Being afraid to be found out, fake Barbie immediately took the chance.
She's an imposter here to steal the key! Quickly, catch her!
At this moment, Barbie immediately came up with an idea.
I really hate doing this job, but I'm sorry, Barbie.
She quickly grabbed a glass of water nearby and splashed it directly into the face of her friend. The makeup was immediately washed away, revealing her friend's real face.
You evil fake! You need to be expelled from here! Exactly! Expel her! Actually, the main reason for this incident is the fault of all of us. Because we have set such strict standards for beauty, I think it's time to change it.
Barbie slowly took her feet out of the high heels and placed both feet on the ground, to the amazement of everyone.
That very standard causes us to lose our own beauty. We don't even have our own name. But Barbie Land has always been like this. How could it be changed? She is right. I'm tired of having to chase after a standard that I don't even like a bit. I agree too.
Others also simultaneously discarded their long-worn disguises. Since then, Barbie Land had added a wide range of vibrant and dynamic colors.
Hello, Barbie. Hello, Brenna.
There was no strict beauty standard anymore.
Everyone was confident being themselves.
The Tree of Life is the symbol of life in the magical evergreen forest. However, the forest deity, the cold-hearted Ulani, sought to destroy it. What ignited such a fiery hatred in her heart? Let's join WOA Fairy Tales to find out. The dreamy evergreen forest was ruled by the gracious Ulani. All creatures in the forest adored her.
Is something wrong, Ulani?
Even the benevolent forest spirit, Arnold, deeply loved her. Together, they illuminated the Tree of Life. Few knew that some years ago, the beautiful forest was devastated. To revive it, Ulani selflessly sacrificed her magical heart. Eventually, Evergreen was saved, but she fell into a deep slumber. When she woke, she had forgotten her past and became much weaker. Who are you? Through Arnold's care, the forest spirit's health gradually restored. Arnold lovingly stayed by Ulani's side at all times, except for moonless nights, when malevolent energies roamed and the people needed divine protection. To safeguard her loved ones, whenever he went outside, Arnold would lull Ulani to sleep with a magic potion, then cast a protective sealing spell to ward off all dangers. As usual, upon awakening, Ulani strolled through the enchanted forest. Suddenly, she discovered... What is this? Such a peculiar necklace. Has an intruder come? Arnold! Arnold searched the forest with her, but they found no one.
It might have been some lost wanderer. Don't worry.
After that day, Ulani had strange dreams continuously. One time, she saw a human-shaped oak tree weeping. Another time, a mysterious figure stole her heart. Even more terrifying, in her dreams, the once beautiful evergreen forest withered, filled with sorrow. No! One day, she dreamt of a man's face.
I am Andrew, the messenger from hell, the owner of the necklace.
Arnold! Arnold!
Don't mention him, that evil being. Listen carefully to what I've said.
Andrew recounted how he discovered a village near Evergreen Forest, where many innocent people had mysteriously lost their lives. Their bodies and souls disappeared in a strange manner. After following the trail, he witnessed Arnold kidnapping the villagers into the forest. Andrew intended to confront and destroy Arnold, but realized he lost the magic necklace. Without it, Andrew's power diminished significantly, so he had to hide and await its discovery. Lying!
Don't mention him, that evil being. Listen carefully to what I've said. Tomorrow, when there's no moon, he will come out. Go and see for yourself. If you need to meet me, call Andrew 3 times. I must go now.
The vivid dream left Ulani restless, and doubt smoldered within her like a hidden flame. She took a daring step to follow her dream. The next night, indeed, there was no moon. She refused the potion Arnold offered and bravely stepped out of the protective circle he created. Ulani observed carefully, but saw no disturbances. Oh my, what a foolish thing I'm doing. Oh!
Suck it all out. Suck it dry.
The horrifying scene left Ulani in disbelief. She couldn't trust her own eyes. The next day, she woke up in her bed as usual.
Have you awakened, my dear?
Be gone! I've seen it all!
What did you see?
Ulani recounted what she had witnessed at the Tree of Life and her dream encounter with the messenger of the underworld, Andrew.
Ulani, it was just a dream. Last night, you slept peacefully.
Don't try to deceive me. Andrew! 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 Ulani called Andrew 3 times as instructed, but there was only silence in response. Andrew! Where are you? This can't be!
You don't believe me, do you?
For the first time, Ulani saw tears in Arnold's eyes. She suddenly realized why she doubted him. Her irrational dream had hurt him. I apologize, Arnold. From that day onwards, she encountered no more evil. Everything returned to how it used to be. Ulani decided to confess her sins at the Tree of Life. On her way, a beautiful scarf carried by the wind reminded her of something. The girl's scarf! What if the scarf was real? She secretly wished she wouldn't find it. Ulani searched every nook and cranny around the Tree of Life. Unfortunately, her worst fear came true. That night, Ulani didn't dream. She discovered that Arnold had deceived her all along. He was the evil one responsible for the innocent people's... Andrew, do you really exist? This time, she couldn't let Arnold manipulate her anymore. Ulani acted obediently as if nothing had happened. But she had a plan. On a dark night, she followed Arnold and discovered a hidden underground chamber. When Arnold left, she descended into the mysterious depths. Andrew! Oh my goodness! It turned out when Arnold left, he didn't protect the villagers. Instead, he kidnapped more innocent souls. Since when did Arnold capture you?
After meeting you.
On the day, Andrew used his magic to weave the forest spirit's dream. He caught a glimpse of Arnold's whereabouts.
So, the necklace belongs to the messenger from hell. You coward! Without the magic necklace, do you think you can defeat me?
The deceitful Arnold used magic to overpower the messenger from hell and imprisoned him in the dark dungeon. Please, go this way, everyone!
Ulani! You deceived me!
Before they could go far, Arnold appeared out of nowhere. It is you who is the deceiver! Why harm the innocent? Why?
Because that was your desire!
No way! The truth was that the forest deity Ulani existed in the form of an oak tree. She always yearned to have legs to wander through evergreen. Arnold was just a mortal man who wanted to marry the forest deity to gain power, but she didn't love him. In response, he did everything to win her heart. Arnold, can the Supreme Goddess grant me real legs?
Yes, just show her your pure heart.
But...
I will do everything to get it before the warm spring ends. Look, during spring, everything in the forest is fine. Nothing bad will happen.
Thus, the forest spirit entrusted him with her magical heart. Ulani waited through spring, summer, and winter. Then she fell into a deep slumber. With the magic in his possession, Arnold returned to the forest, sealed her memories, and created an illusory world sustained by innocent souls. There, he was a hero, loved and adored by the forest spirit. She had the legs she always wished for. Back in reality, Ulani painfully watched the dark fragments of her memories.
Now, take the necklace, dispel the chaos, and continue to live happily.
Selfish creature! Both my child and husband disappeared under this tree because of your wish.
Hush! Now defeat him!
Ulani was in extreme pain, and she made a resolute decision.
No!
The forest deity Ulani and the evergreen forest returned to their original forms.
You fool! These people will pay the price for what you've done! Come here! Ulani, wake up quickly!
Ulani immersed herself in her past, back when she was a vibrant forest deity. I'm sorry, everyone.
Ulani, we all love you.
Your pure heart will always be yours.
That's right. My heart is still mine. So you thought the magic was yours, didn't you? It turns out that the power of the heart is closely tied to the owner's life. When Ulani is no more, it becomes worthless. Take both of us to hell. Let's go! With no other choice, Andrew used the magic necklace on both of them. The forest deity disappeared along with the greedy Arnold. Evergreen Forest was reborn.
This story is so sad.
But that's not the final ending.
Indeed, Ulani, the benevolent forest spirit, was reborn and continued to rule over the forest. The forest deity herself sat sadly, listening to her own story. 500 years ago in Dreamland, a realm where magical creatures once thrived, a great devastation occurred. After a fierce battle with the Raven clan, the Raven King sought to kidnap the precious fairy alchemist, mercilessly slaughtering wherever he went. In the end, the Flower Fairy clan had to sacrifice half of their kin to steal away the Raven King. Since then, the chief of the Floral Fairy clan was honored as the ruler of the island. However, the Raven King's imprisonment is merely temporary. Given a day of sufficient strength, he can break free completely. And that day finally arrived. In an instant, the beauty of Dreamland vanished.
You have shattered my family, and now it's time for you to pay.
Mother of Floral Fairy Peony entrusted all of their flower spirit, the essence of their magic power, to her daughter. This was to protect her and send her back to the past 500 years ago. The fusion resulted in the sacrifice of all the floral fairies. Peony carried a great responsibility to defeat the Raven King before he succumbed to darkness. Peony lost all her strength and was severely wounded, falling into the human world. She also encountered a group of demon hunters who specialized in hunting spirits, stripping them of their magic and selling them to the wealthy.
Oh, a floral fairy. How about surrendering yourself to us humans now?
Release me at once!
Peony was completely drained, feeling helpless and shedding tears. And at her most desperate moment, Ryan appeared.
It's you again, you little fool! Go away!
Ryan had always been slow and clumsy since birth. He had a large body, but a mind no different from a 10-year-old child. Whenever he had the chance, Ryan secretly tried to release the prey of the demon hunters. That's why he was always despised. Who are you? Being rejected and driven away, Ryan retreated deep into the forest to live.
But beautiful. You're so beautiful.
What's with the stammering, you foolish boy?
Huh?
In the following days, Ryan diligently took care of Peony, passionately tending to her wounds. Gradually, Peony was moved by his warmth. Although he was foolish, he was truly kind-hearted. Of course, Peony didn't forget her mission. However, she didn't know where to find and gather information about the Raven King now. She only knew that he had a distinctive raven feather-shaped mark on his chest, the source of his power's corruption. Ryan always helped her gather information about the Raven King. On the 7th day, there was no news about the Raven, but mysterious incidents occurred on the streets. It involved the disappearance of a series of young girls reaching maturity. Furthermore, the number of wild creatures in the forest was decreasing. One sleepless night, a disturbing event took place. Something's wrong! Let's go, Ryan! No! Get away quickly!
The mark on the tiger's forehead. I saw it at the crime scenes.
There are many rumors that in order to gain more power, the Raven King took the lives of many young girls and wild animals to refine his elixirs. This must be connected to him. However, with her current power, she would struggle to oppose him. When her magical power was restored, Peony bid farewell to Ryan and decided to go to Dreamland to find the clan chief. At that time, her floral clan was not yet the most powerful. In terms of hierarchy, he was her grandfather.
Nonsense. Time cannot be reversed. And are you truly a floral fairy?
Everything I've said is the truth. The clan chief's attitude changed, and he immediately welcomed her into the flower clan. Peony was treated as a true princess according to the standards of that era. Day and night, she worked with the clan chief to find a way to defeat the Raven King. She also contributed her magical power to strengthen the flower army. Things changed one day. Help me! The mark on her forehead! Please save me! The floral goddess will take away my soul to refine his elixirs! Ah! Peony grew suspicious and secretly followed her. She couldn't believe her eyes when she discovered the clan chief's secret chamber. It held a large number of young girls and various beasts and creatures with marks on their heads. The mastermind behind it all was her grandfather, not the Raven King at all. The destruction of Dreamland was also due to false accusations and the loss of his family. It's all deception!
In the end, you also fell for it.
From the beginning, he didn't believe her words. He only played along to exploit her power. Furthermore, she would be the crucial factor in making his elixirs even stronger.
despicable enemy has always been the one closest to me. I won't forgive you.
Get her quickly!
The gate! Open now! Oh, Ryan! Unsettled about Peony and always longing for her, Ryan silently watched from outside the gate every day. Just seeing her figure appear one more time would make the foolish boy extremely happy. When Ryan saw Peony being attacked by floral soldiers, he didn't hesitate and immediately stepped forward to protect her.
Don't touch Peony!
You're just a weak mortal! You could lose your life! No! Peony was filled with pain and madness, seeing that fragile figure collapse.
Don't cry, milady.
You fool! How can you still speak at a time like this? Suddenly, a raven feather emerged from Ryan's chest, glowing brightly. A raven feather! Could it be that Ryan is... The surge of powerful magic transformed Ryan into the Raven King of legends.
I'm not a human. Why?
The magical tears and intense desire for love towards Peony unlocked his true form. Peony realized that she was the reason behind Ryan's corruption 500 years ago. Perhaps in the past, she had to leave, leading Ryan to seek revenge obsessively. Ryan, I really don't know what to do anymore. If she found a way to defeat the chief, it would mean the end of descendants like her, and the Floral clan would be wiped out. However, if she let him continue his actions unchecked, a terrible catastrophe would befall Dreamland. The inevitable battle among her, Ryan, and the chief was unavoidable. But as long as Peony remained safe, Ryan wouldn't be able to fully unleash his power to defeat the chief. For that to happen, even if it pained her greatly, she had to disappear. She needed to find a reason to keep Ryan staying temporarily. Heartbroken, she reluctantly returned to meet the chief. For the future of our clan, I'm willing to give up all my magical powers for you to take over Dreamland.
Excellent! Finally you understand!
Before bidding farewell to her floral soul, Peony secretly sent a signal to Ryan. It turned out she tricked him into believing that the chief had taken something extremely important that only she could retrieve. And when she sent the signal, Ryan would surely appear. When Ryan arrived, Peony had already retrieved her floral soul. There was one thing the chief didn't anticipate. Peony's flower soul was mixed with the magic of other floral spirits, giving her tremendous power. Entering the battle meant that she could once again travel through time, return to the future, and create a tremendous explosion, destroying everything the chief had collected.
You traitor!
You must defeat the evil! My departure is voluntary! Dreamland is innocent! Don't seek blind revenge!
Wait, milady!
Wait for me! We will meet again! When she opened her eyes, Peony found everything unfamiliar.
Dreamland's scenery remained as beautiful as before the destruction. Peony hurriedly went to the main palace, where the history of the entire region was kept. 500 years ago, the cruel and wicked chief of the Floral clan was defeated by a hero named Ryan. After the battle, Ryan was gravely injured and his body was preserved and treated. The succeeding chief of the Floral clan redeemed himself by providing magical power for 500 years to protect and nurture the hero's body, awaiting his awakening. Although they no longer held the position of island rulers, the Floral clan still made significant contributions to the prosperity of the entire region. Peony knew that it was a bell signaling something. Finally, I fulfilled the promise we made 500 years ago.
We always thought that magic would make everything in life easier, but in fact, would this be true in all cases? Or would it make things even more complicated? Let's find out with WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there were two kingdoms that existed in parallel and lived peacefully together, named Humanland and Wonderland. Unlike Humanland, where humans lived and there was no magic existed, Wonderland was the land of mystical creatures, possessing magic. If a person in Wonderland fell in love and vowed to live with the other half of Humanland, that person would lose all magic. Of course, Giselle, the optimistic princess of Wonderland, was no exception when she decided to marry Philip, the courageous prince of Humanland.
My dear, I know you love Philip very much, but if you take all your magic from now on, you will no longer be able to talk to animals, give life to trees, control things.
Don't worry about me. I believe that if Philip is by my side, I will always be ready to adapt and overcome any difficulties in the future.
Okay, I hope you and Philip can live happily together. And this is my gift to you. Keep it carefully.
I will! Thank Father, I love you!
After stripping all magic, Giselle and Philip entered the magical door and returned to Humanland. To the welcome of everyone. However, when Giselle was about to turn out small gifts to give to her subjects, she realized her magic had gone. Giselle, are you okay?
Nothing. I just haven't gotten used to the absence of magic.
It's okay. With me by your side, I believe you will soon get used to life here. Giselle nodded and started living a magic-free life with Philip from here. Soon after getting married, Philip had to travel to visit neighboring countries. Only Giselle stayed at the palace and learned to adapt to life. However, things were more difficult than she imagined. For example, Giselle couldn't make beautiful clothes by herself, so she cut the curtains to sew a lovely dress for herself. Or when she had trouble cooking, she tried to call the squirrels and birds to help, but because they could not understand her words, they accidentally destroyed the kitchen and caused a fire in the palace. After everyone put out the fire, Giselle apologized to the maids and sadly returned to her room.
I wish Philip were here right now. If I had magic, these troubles wouldn't have happened.
When Giselle's tears fell on the necklace, suddenly the necklace gave off a magical light and turned into a wand.
Princess Giselle, I am the magic wand, a gift from your father.
knowing that you would have trouble living here, so he gave me to you. To help you perform all the magic you wished for, if you could give treasures of equal value. I can help you fulfill all your wishes, except for saving or harming anyone. Is that true? If so, my wish is to have the ability to talk to all living things. Even though I'm very sad at the moment, I don't want people to worry, so I hope I can talk to the animals like before. Okay, I will help you with this, but the price you have to pay is your wedding ring. The ring? But this is the treasure of my love with Philip. But I've been wanting to confide with someone lately. So sorry, Philip. I have to give the ring to the magic wand.
Immediately upon obtaining the ring, the magic wand granted her wish.
Princess Giselle, don't be sad. We're always here to help you.
Little chipmunk, now I can hear your voice again. Thank you so much, magic wand.
However, Giselle did not expect that her wish made it possible for all people in human land to hear the voices of animals, because her wish lacked a subject.
Ah, I can hear the birds thanking us for feeding them. Yes, I can also hear you talking.
Seeing everyone so happy, Giselle thought the magic was working well on everyone, so she went out to chat with the animals without noticing a dark smoke billowing from the magic wand. With the magic wand, Giselle gradually regained her confidence in human land. However, Giselle's wishes gradually increased as she thought that the people of human land needed more magic to live happier lives. So, she traded her taste buds to help the plants have souls, care for themselves, and harvest for each other. Giselle even traded her laughter to help people have a more brilliant winter festival with more fairy miracles. Unfortunately, the more Giselle wished, the more she felt that her body was tired, irritable, and had a dark smoke emanating from her body. Moreover, although Giselle's wish came from kindness, human land was a land of humans, so they couldn't get used to the magic created by her, so their life was gradually turned upside down and disordered. Therefore, the people were very upset and criticized her magic, making Giselle feel extremely pitiful, resentful, and increasingly losing her temper. Even when Philip arrived and rushed to see his wife's situation, it could not stop Giselle, who was gradually losing control. Giselle, please calm down.
Get out of the way! I'm just helping people throw a party, but look at them! They're not understanding my good intentions, even criticizing me.
It's not like that, Giselle. I apologize for not being with you during those times, but I believe they only had a little misunderstanding and difficulty when they came into contact with the magic.
It's also hard for me without you by my side and having to live in a place where magic doesn't exist. I tried to be happy while being sad, but they just had a little trouble with magic and they were already screaming. So, with this wand, I wish everyone in human land lived in a magical world like Wonderland to understand me better.
But this wish of yours is too big. You must trade your most precious thing, Princess.
There's nothing more important than proving that a magical life like Wonderland will make life better here. Grant this witch magic wand.
Okay, if you want.
As Giselle swung her wand to grant her wish, the entire Wonderland gradually appeared and released many fairy characters into the human world. However, that huge source of magic caused the people to panic, and the whole festival seemed to be completely destroyed. While Giselle was happy with her wish, she suddenly heard a scream.
Prince Philip, please wake up! Get out of here before those roses hurt you!
What happened to Philip?
What happened? Philip is the price you have to pay when you want human land to be a magical place like Wonderland. So I just put him into an eternal slumber as an adequate compromise. You should be happy.
But I didn't expect that the person who had to pay for my rash actions was Philip. magic wand! Please bring Philip back at any cost!
Nothing of you can take Philip's life now. Just as I have reminded before, I can't save.
Hearing the magic wand's words, Giselle seemed to collapse and looked towards the chaotic scene before her.
You see, Princess, although you meant well to everyone, because of your reckless and immature actions, you caused unpredictable consequences, causing everything to gradually become chaotic.
I understood my mistake. Please put things back the way they were.
But if that's the case, you will have to give up all your magic once again.
I think, even though the absence of magic brings me a lot of trouble, but if I keep this magic, there will be many people who will suffer because of my selfish actions, including Philip. As for Philip, I vow to take care of him for the rest of my life to make up for my shortcomings.
Little princess, you finally understood your lesson.
Father!
From the magical gate, Giselle's father cheerfully appeared and used the magic wand to turn everything back to the way it was. After completing the restoration of human land, Giselle's father walked over to Giselle and Philip and helped the son-in-law to regain consciousness.
Little princess, first I'd like to apologize that we intentionally gave you this wand as a connection to magic in order to see if you're really alright living in human land. And although a lot of unfortunate things have happened, you must be very happy to see things return to the way they were. And I believe you have learned a valuable lesson for yourself after all this.
I knew my mistakes and understood how important it is to adapt to change. It's not about making things work according to my own preferences, but always having a purpose to act positively towards both myself and others.
Above all, life's greatest enemy is yourself. Therefore, you should learn to rise up on your own. Then your fear will completely disappear.
After that, Giselle gradually learned to control her emotions, and once again tried to better herself while living in human land. In the end, Giselle became a talented queen, standing side by side with King Philip, bringing peace to both kingdoms.
I am Diana. It had been nearly a year since the last time I got out of my room, and I can only live by with my little allowance. Because after many times of breaking up and being pranked by my colleagues, I don't have enough courage to go out there and contact with anyone. Only the comic books now can soothe my hurtful soul. I finished reading another story, the 100th or 200th story, something like that. I can't remember anymore. The author of this book really pissed me off. He made a character with my name become a villain, Princess Diana Astor. She had everything, except for the intelligence. She was foolish. She made it all the way to fight for a prince which didn't love her. Then she had to pay a dark price for it. If I were Diana... Wait, what? Is it blood? My head aches again. This condition of mine lasts for so long, but I don't even want to go out to the hospital. Princess? Princess, are you all right? What's happening? Where am I? Thank God the princess woke up! That stinky slave dared bump into you insolently! Please punish him hard! Why does she always call me princess? That background is so familiar. I probably saw it somewhere.
Princess Diana, are you alright? Please forgive me for not being able to control that insolent slave.
He just called me Princess Diana? Is there any way, by somehow, I went to the book and became Princess Diana Astor, the daughter of Count Astor, the wealthiest person in this kingdom? Great! Now I just have to enjoy that wealthy life and don't have to scare off anyone who will bully me. If you're all right, we just quickly come back and prepare for the tea party this afternoon? Right. Everything will start from this tea party. Diana will meet Prince Basil and fall in love with him, but he only loves her cousin Selena. No. It's really hard to have a wealthy life. I won't let it end up so soon like this. Then if I don't meet him, the tragedy will never happen. Senia, bring all the gold in the vault here. All of the gold? But for what? Today I will go to charity. So, how about the tea party? I won't go there anymore. Right, about that servant. Buy him back and free him. Unbelievable, too much gold. Even if it's just half of a vault. I spent all day to give them away. But it's not over, and the Astor family still has 20 more vaults. Even I knew before about the wealth of Astor family. But I am still astonished when seeing that huge amount of gold.
Princess? Huh? The Count has just come here to see you.
What? Why does he come here? That circumstance wasn't mentioned in the comic book. Are there new things happening when I don't follow the storyline? Maybe he came here to blame me for not attending the tea party and even wasting the gold? What should I do now? Or I just admit first and plan later?
Diana!
My Count! My father! I'm sorry for not attending the tea party and wasting your money.
What did you just say?
I'm sorry for...
No, before that, what did you call me?
My father.
That's it. It's been so long since the last time you called me father, my good daughter.
And how about...
Oh, if you don't want, you don't need to go there. And when you gave away the gold for the citizen, you did a very good job. The fame of Astor family will be spread further, and it's good for our other businesses. You're really matured, Diana. Your mother in heaven will be proud of you.
Yes, father!
All right, it's also late. Get some rest, my daughter.
I forget that the Count really pampers Princess Diana. Maybe that's why she's so uncontrollable. If so, I can enjoy the life here comfortably. It has been nearly a year since I became a wealthy and powerful princess from an ordinary girl. For avoiding the prince who can make me, or Diana Astor to be exact, ruin her life, I have to make myself busy with many different works. Thanks to that, I can also make many important relationships and businesses, which are really helpful to Astor family. Now I'm on the way back after attending a diplomatic party at the suburb area. I'm really eager to see the emotion of the Count when I have just brought him a couple of big contracts. What's wrong? Why do you stop? We haven't arrived yet. Who are you? What do you want to do? Who are those people? Why do they want to arrest me? Is this a kidnapping? Princess! They won't harm us, right? Rest assured, maybe they just need money. Hello, my noble cousin. Selena, why you? For a long time, I haven't fought anything with you. You are about to marry Prince Basil. What do you want from me? It's just because you don't fight for anything with me. Because you became a better person. So I have to do this terrible and evil thing. It's you who has to do those things, not me. Are you crazy, Selena? You really miss a day when you're nothing, right? Right. Although being born in Astor noble family, I'm just your shadow. I have no power in my hand. I just can show my weakness for being protected by others. You always fight for everything with me, but not for your need. It's just because you wanted to feel the victory. So I have to get married with a prince, so I will have a position for my own. I have been always worried that you would steal him from me. Luckily, you didn't intend to do that. I was really happy, and I wanted to thank you for that. But easy come, easy go. Recently, Prince Basil started to be cold to me. Instead of that, he's really interested in the good things you've done. He even wanted to cancel his marriage with me. So I need to make you disappear. Then the prince will love only me. You're foolish, Selena. If you harm me, the Count will never let you off. For what? You was accidentally harmed by the robbers. Meanwhile, I'm still ill and bedridden. You're so cunning! You prepared for this day, so you pretended to be sick. Enough talking! Goodbye, my beloved cousin. Just do it! What can it be? I tried everything just to have a peaceful life. Why do the life always be unfair with me like that?
Capture them all!
Princess, there's someone who came to rescue us! Right, capture them all! How dare they kidnap me and Princess Diana? Still have Selena, don't let her escape! Let's see how the Count will punish you all!
Princess Aster, are you alright?
Who are you? Why do you know me?
I'm Prince Galvin from the neighboring kingdom. Do you remember the slave that you saved from a year ago?
You are that slave? But how could everything be like that?
A year ago, I traveled everywhere to discover new things. Unluckily, I was robbed by bad guys. They even sold me to the traffickers. If that day you didn't save me, I'm afraid. Luckily, later when I was on my way to the city, I discovered and stopped their intentions.
Right. In the comic book, I remember that Diana that year punished that slave. Later on, when he was the prince again, he came back and punished Diana, along with Prince Basil. Fortunately, I felt pity and freed him that time. Then I can escape from this dangerous situation. Thank you for saving me, Prince!
I just returned you favor before. It looks like your hand has been wounded. Let me help.
Under the protection of Prince Galvin, I could come back home safely. I hand over Selena to Prince Basil as a favor for her. The prince might be gentle to her. If the Count knows it, a daughter maniac like him, I don't want to think about the consequences that she will have to suffer. Princess! Princess, it's not good! Huh? What makes you so panicked? I just heard that the prince had taken away the noble honor of Selena and sold her as a slave. No way! Quickly stop them. Don't let them sell Selena. I will go and see the prince to ask. In the end, what kind of person is Prince Basil? Isn't that he is a person who values relationships? Why could he be so cruel?
Oh, it's my pleasure to be visited by Princess Diana Aster.
How could you be so cruel? No matter what happened, Selena is a noble girl from Aster family. Are you trying to end up her life while making her become a slave?
I don't have any other choice. I just abide by the rules. But if you're warm-hearted like that, I will let you decide, okay? Stop talking about it. I have a more important thing to discuss with you. It's about our wedding.
What? Which wedding?
Sorry for not having the chance to tell you. Royal family and Aster family had an arranged engagement before, but you always avoided me just because of that. Selena had the chance to approach me, but I don't have any feeling with her. I just admire you, my beautiful and talented Princess Diana.
There will be no engagement here at all. I will never marry you. I have nothing to do here. Goodbye.
You make me feel hurtful, Princess Diana.
Huh? What do you want? Why do you block me?
Of course, I want to marry you, and I think you are not allowed to deny Diana.
What? A person looks exactly like me?
I didn't really want to do this, but rest assured, I just let her replace you until the wedding finish. Anyway, I prefer your real personality. Bring Princess Diana back to her room to get some rest. Remember to watch her out.
Unbelievable! What the hell is going on with this story? Is there any way that when there is no longer a main villain, the main characters also gradually change? My life from the real life to the book, why is it always bad? I tried to avoid everything. If so, this time I will try facing it! How stupid these guards are! Just a small trick and I could fool them! Let go of me! Let go of me!
Princess Diana, it's me, Galvin.
Prince Galvin, why are you here?
Later, I passed by to visit Count Aster by the way I asked him about you, and I knew that you had rushed to the palace. And when you're back, I saw you go with Prince Basil. That girl didn't look like she knew me, and she didn't have any wound on her hand. So I knew that's not you. Then I came here to see.
Basil wants to use that fake one to arrange the marriage between me and him. I don't know why he'd do that.
It's the gold of Aster family. The royal family budget had soon be wasted, so it would be drained soon, but no one knew it. Years ago, the king borrowed us a large amount of gold, and now it's time to pay back. This time I come here for that.
So at first he aimed at Selena because he thought it would be easy to take advantage of her and get the gold. But Selena has no power in the family, so he determined to aim at me. We have to stop him quickly.
Lady?
What's up?
Lady, wake up! Can you hear me?
What's wrong? This is my room. Is there any way what I have just experienced is just a dream? But I feel that it was real.
You alright? Later, the delivery man discovered that you had been fainted, so I had to enter your room without permission.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Galvin, a post-graduated doctor. I just moved here, staying next to your room.
Galvin? Book? Where is my comic book?
Hey, hold on, you haven't fully recovered?
Indeed, that's not a dream. The storyline has been changed. Basil was dethroned and punished. Aster Noble agreed to help the royal family overcome that difficult period. Princess Diana and Prince Galvin fell in love with each other. That's great!
What's wrong?
I've just realized that avoiding is never the best solution. Then I will go out there and face it. And Galvin, thank you so much. You really saved my life.
What would happen if one day Barbie was adopted by a vampire family? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow Barbie's story. Barbie is a young orphaned girl who lives in an orphanage. Because of her exceptional beauty, she was adored by everyone. Many people want to adopt her, but Barbie continues to decline their offers. She harbors a longing for the day when her grandmother, Ruth, will have the means to take her away. Every month, she is visited by her grandmother.
Keep our meetings a secret, my dear. When will I see you again, Grandma? Lately I've been feeling so peculiar. I fear I might be losing my mind. Be patient, my dear. You will soon find the answers you seek.
However, Grandma has been absent for quite some time, and instead, Barbie encounters an enigmatic and eerie family. The father is Jordan, the mother is Sandra, and their daughter is Buffy. They openly express their desire to adopt her.
No way! Where is my grandma?
It turns out they are descendants of Grandma Ruth, and also Barbie's true family. What's even more astonishing is that they are all vampires. Sadly, Grandma Ruth passed away due to an attack from a rival vampire clan. They lost a key member and are now facing a great danger. She left a will, bequeathing all her assets to Barbie. From now on, Barbie must be adopted into the family. She is the heir. Barbie went from one surprise to another. However, to protect the legacy her grandmother left behind, Barbie decided to go along with this family.
Is this a vampire castle? It's so terrifying! Quickly, drink this. It will help reveal the true forms of vampires. Fool! Vampires don't cast reflections in mirrors.
Henceforth, Barbie won't be able to gaze upon her own beauty.
Why am I lying in a coffin like this?
It turns out, vampires sleep during the day and are active at night.
All right, I'll just have to endure it. But this room is exceedingly unsightly. Much better!
Although Barbie is the leader, she finds herself isolated within her family.
You're excessively tender-hearted and indecisive. You're hardly fit for a leadership role.
Barbie can even perceive their emotions as colors, thanks to her unique ability. After observing for many days, Barbie realizes that this family consistently radiates somber emotions, as if they must suppress their true selves to appear serious. This sharply contrasts with Barbie's confidence.
There's something on your face. What, my beauty?
She disregards their taunts and continues to express her uniqueness. Dress stylishly and unconventionally, and live in harmony with her true nature, further intensifying the friction between her and her family. Barbie cannot accept their dark and apathetic way of life. Nor does she wish to engage in hunting and consuming gruesome food like them. Conversely, they are incapable of comprehending Barbie's flamboyant sense of aesthetics. Mr. Jordan and Mrs. Sandra are very strict with their daughter.
Ada, how can we defeat our enemies like this?
Buffy has grown indifferent towards everything. Only Barbie knows the truth. And perhaps Buffy, like Sandra and Jordan, they are also imposing themselves too much into a mold. Each day, Barbie and her family train to combat the attacks of rival vampire clans. However, despite her relentless efforts, Barbie is unable to match their strength. Consequently, Barbie concentrates on her other unique abilities.
Come on, Barbie. If you persist in this manner, Grandma Ruth's legacy will crumble.
Barbie firmly believes that they are making the mistake of imposing themselves without exploring their individual personalities. Living like this brings them no happiness. Barbie is determined to help everyone reconcile and express themselves more freely. She presents Buffy with an instrument, recognizing her passion for music. Barbie's uninhibited expression of herself begins to have a positive influence on Buffy. Barbie aids Sandra in discovering her love for flowers and assists Jordan in pursuing his passion for research and reading without constraint. Gradually, the family becomes more harmonious. Barbie encourages everyone to freely express their unique traits. They develop together. On the night of the village festival, Barbie encourages Buffy to perform for the villagers.
I doubt the villagers will appreciate me.
Sandra was once subjected to mistreatment by the villagers due to her eerie appearance. Sandra does not want Buffy to endure being regarded as an outcast as she once did.
Yet you possess genuine musical talent. Do not allow anything to hinder you.
Consequently, Buffy musters the courage to perform in front of the villagers. And the entire family joyfully dances together.
Ruth is no more, and there is no one left to shield you. Surrender all your assets to us.
Everyone, go ahead! I shall obstruct their path! You shall not seize our abode!
We shall employ our full might to combat them!
I do not believe that is a wise course of action. The strength of a vampire is contingent upon their unique abilities.
For instance, Barbie's strength has been unveiled through her commitment to living authentically.
Therefore, let each of you harness your individual passions. There is no need for violence.
They argue amongst themselves as the invaders draw near, threatening to breach the door.
Cease your quarreling at once.
Ruth's apparition recounts tales of the past. Her daughter, Barbie's mother, was much like her.
Why do you persist in eccentric attire? Can you not behave in a more conventional manner? I no longer wish to lead such a life, Mother. I aspire to explore the world and spread positivity to all. Discontinue the use of that emotion-reading ability. It's futile.
This marked the final meeting between Ruth and her daughter. Ruth had secretly searched for her for a long time. However, in the end, she discovered that Barbie's mother had passed away, leaving only her granddaughter behind. Ruth was profoundly saddened and remorseful. The generations of imposition and repression had caused her descendants to suffer. Ruth had protected Barbie and included her in the will, believing that with her benevolence and freedom to express her true self, Barbie could bring about change within the family.
It was also my plan to introduce Barbie to the new family and continue developing the legacy I left behind. I understand now. Thank you, Mother, and thank you, Barbie.
They all proceed to follow Barbie's advice. Sandra uses carnivorous plants to deter the invading forces. Buffy plays her instrument, causing them to dance uncontrollably. Just then, Jordan cleverly leads them into the traps he has set. Barbie, with her extraordinary ability, manipulates their thoughts and compels them to depart. From that point forward, Barbie lives happily with her new family. They respect each other's preferences. Petite cakes are not useless, and those who appear peculiar and unique are not to be feared. Fairy's kingdom of Lumina was a place that existed between two opposite realms, light and darkness, day butterflies and night butterflies. In the morning light, the day butterflies devoted all their efforts to building and cultivating flowers and grass. With each blooming flower, pollen was produced, nourishing not only the day butterflies, but also preserving the exquisite beauty of Lumina. As night fell, the night butterflies emerged. They carried the noble responsibility of guarding the soul gems and protecting the kingdom from evil. Their work seemed simple and insignificant in the eyes of the day butterflies. But in reality, it was of utmost importance. They were the guardians of darkness, maintaining tranquility in the midst of silent nights. However, the day butterflies often looked down upon the night butterflies.
Are you done resting? Step aside and let us work. Hey, don't talk nonsense. Ignore her, Gypsy.
They had to live underground while the day butterflies resided in beautiful flower houses. Night butterflies were only allowed to venture out at night and were not invited to participate in the festive celebrations of the day butterflies. Under the leadership of Queen Vanessa, the fairies diligently worked without interacting with each other. However, on a strange day, Queen Vanessa suddenly disappeared and never returned.
What do we do now? We've been searching for Queen Vanessa for the past 3 months. There's no other choice. We'll have to elect a new queen.
The position of queen has always belonged to the day butterflies because they considered themselves superior to the night butterflies.
We nominate Fleur, the most outstanding fairy, as the new queen. Does anyone object? I object. Don't you see how unfair this is? Night butterflies can perform just as well as day butterflies. We demand that Gypsy be allowed to run in this election alongside Fleur. Yes. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Are you afraid of losing already?
But deep down, their eyes still held memories of a broken friendship. Long ago, Gypsy and Fleur were kindred spirits, bound by an inseparable friendship.
When we grow up, we will become day butterflies together. Yes, let's always be together.
They trained together diligently, honing their skills as butterflies to prepare for the power assessment. However, Fleur's love for gardening made her more suited to be a day butterfly. While Gypsy's courage and extraordinary attack magic made her a night butterfly.
Oh, Fleur, I didn't know this would happen.
But due to the change in job nature, the two gradually grew apart. Fleur no longer wanted to talk to Gypsy.
In the end, our promise doesn't mean anything to you anymore, does it?
The competition began, and in the first round, Fleur was favored over Gypsy.
Let's go. What? Harvesting pollen? That's Fleur's job. She'd definitely do it better than me. If you don't want to compete anymore, then quit.
With the exquisite skills of a day butterfly, Fleur effortlessly harvested a lot of pollen, while Gypsy clumsily struggled and couldn't keep up with Fleur's speed.
So angry! Ah!
Suddenly, a male demon king appeared in the desolate hills. Hello, little girl. Are you facing any difficulties?
A demon? Stay away from me! I won't hesitate to strike you.
Come on, I can really help you. Do you want to win or lose?
Go away! I don't need your help!
With her unwavering integrity, Gypsy refused the Demon King and accepted defeat against Fleur in the first round. In the second round of the competition, Fleur and Gypsy were required to defeat a swamp monster living near the kingdom. Gypsy skillfully used her enchanting magic to easily defeat the creature, while Fleur, filled with fear, hid behind a bush. She was naturally timid, only interested in gardening and beauty, so she reluctantly accepted her defeat in anything related to fighting.
Seems like you're still as timid as before, huh? You will lose anyway. A butterfly of the night is not worthy of being a queen. Well, with that kind of attitude, don't blame me.
Their fate was decided in the final round. However, the organizers once again showed favoritism towards Fleur.
In this round, both of you will search for the legendary Rainbow Beehive. It only appears at night in a secret location.
That sounds quite unfair. The daytime fairies are already familiar with the forest territory due to their frequent trading and socializing.
As I said before, if you don't want to compete, then quit.
It's all right, everyone. I will definitely find the Rainbow Beehive.
How can you find it? You don't even know where it is. Bye-bye.
Fleur's confidence stemmed from her prior knowledge of the Rainbow Beehive's location. Meanwhile, Gypsy felt neglected, filled with anger and despair. In a moment of lost hope, the Demon King appeared. So, do you want to win now?
Stay away!
By this point, does integrity still matter? Don't you want to change the fate of the night butterflies? You're a brave fairy, Gypsy, and I know that only you deserve to be the queen.
All right, just tell me.
The plan is like this. I will magically take you directly to the location of the Rainbow Beehive without the need to search for it. As for you, just call upon your fellow night butterflies to hinder Fleur. Gypsy found herself in an endless green meadow in the sky. It turned out to be an invisible garden. Gypsy gently picked up the beehive, her heart filled with joy and excitement. She returned with the hive, unaware of the dreadful event that had occurred. While the night butterflies were obstructing Fleur, the sacred altar containing the soul gems was left unguarded, allowing the male demon king to sneak in. Ha 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 ha! You have fallen into my trap. It is I, Vanessa. According to the rules, the beautiful queen could not exceed 45 years old. So, as Queen Vanessa's term was ending, she feared losing her power and studied dark magic to regain her youth. However, due to her lack of mastery in dark magic, during her training, Vanessa became corrupted and transformed into the Demon King. He changed and became obsessed with dark magic, seeking to dominate the world and seize the soul gems of the Kingdom of Lumina. Oh, Supreme Soul Gems, grant me the power to control these fairies.
I won't let you get away with this!
Capture her! With the invincible power of the rainbow honey, Gypsy successfully subdued Fleur and brought her to the altar of the soul gems.
It's all my fault. I miss you so much. I just wish things could go back to how they were.
Gypsy's pure tear, filled with genuine love, possessed extraordinary power. It submerged Fleur in pure affection between soulmates and resolved the misunderstanding.
Gypsy, what happened?
Fleur, I'm so sorry.
In their warm embrace, Gypsy and Fleur resolved their past conflicts. It turned out that Fleur stopped talking to Gypsy because she saw Gypsy growing closer to Lily.
Those day butterflies are so arrogant and domineering, especially that little Fleur. I hate them. Huh?
Fleur had run away without knowing that Gypsy defended her and scolded Lily for speaking nonsense. The childish conflicts were completely resolved, and Gypsy and Fleur realized that friendship and unity were the most important things.
To defeat the power of the soul gems, we need a weapon crafted from the wings of the strongest and most determined female fairies. I understand now. Help me detach my wings. No, you'll lose all your power. Everything will be fine. Promise me that you'll bring peace to this kingdom. I'm so sorry, Gypsy. Fleur, live the rest of your life in a good way. Gypsy, please, wake up, please.
Fleur's heart was filled with excruciating pain. She had reached her limit. Gypsy's sacrifice couldn't be in vain. Fleur cast away her cowardice.
I will definitely defeat him.
Fleur returned with the twin swords, ready for the final battle. Each strike carried the determination and love for Gypsy and the kingdom.
How brave you are! We'll see about that.
This place! I will not tolerate any more darkness! Yeah!
The decisive strike from Fleur carried the power and light of bravery. The Demon King was completely defeated. The fairies awakened from the manipulation. They gathered at the altar of the soul gems. Everyone was deeply saddened by the departure of a brave soul. Together, they infused energy into the broken wings. The light from the wings shone brightly, full of hope. Fleur quickly reattached the wings to Gypsy's body, and she was revived.
Huh? Everyone's here. Did we win? Yes, we won. Thank you, Gypsy. From now on, you're not allowed to abandon me anymore.
Gypsy and Fleur became co-queens, ruling over the butterfly realm. A just society was established, encouraging everyone to unleash their power and talents.
Don't forget to in town. There is a custom that no matter how important things are, men don't stay awake after 20 hours. Because after that time, an extremely scary ghost Giselle lady with long hair, a dark face, and a transparent body suspended in the air will wander through every nook and cranny in search of men. Ghost Giselle read a poem in a scary Ghost Giselle voice.
Oh, spirits who sleep in the bodies, hear my summon. You are all ready.
Don't pretend. Stay quiet or flee. Now it's time. Let's groan and flee. This young couple, Ethan and Amy, came from another town. Being prohibited by their families, they decided to flee together.
So listen to my advice, young couple. The darkness is close. If you want to live, go find a safe place.
Unexpectedly, the people in this town are that superstitious. You don't believe that either, do you, Amy? Amy?
Hey, Ethan.
Huh? What? You didn't answer all of a sudden, making me...
Ethan! What's wrong with you? Ethan! Answer me!
Ethan could not have guessed.
That voice was not his lover's. It belonged to a ghost Giselle. Are you a ghost, Giselle? You absorbed Ethan's soul? At this moment, Amy's anxiety, strength and love dissipated her fear. She wept and knelt and begged the ghost Giselle to let go of her boyfriend. I accept any deal for bring Ethan back, even by my soul or body. Well, a amorous girl again. When I was alive, I was so stupid like that. When I was alive, I also had a name. What was it again? Ah, Giselle. Because of poverty, I was sold to a noble family to impose our debts. That family is very wicked, often exiling me in lashes. Once, fetching water from the nearby river, I met Liam, the hunter from another town.
Sorry to startle you.
We hit the thunder of love, fast to love each other. Liam even said he'd take out everything he had to redeem me. I thought that love was forever. But the nobles were extremely greedy, took Liam's huge money, and then dared to double taunt. They want me to marry another old kinship. There was no other way. I and Liam decided to meet and run away in the night. I came to the rendezvous point, waited and waited forever, but he didn't come. The only thing that welcomes me is the rich man who brings his slaves and make me go home.
Stupid girl. Come back to me. The man you've been waiting for won't come. He took my money to show me this place. Come on, you poor girl. I have found you a good marriage, and when you marry him, you will never worry about food or clothes again.
With anger and fear, I decided to end my life. Since then, I've turned into a ghost Giselle, pretending to suck men's souls from day to day. Spirits can't escape until there's no such thing as a resentment. The only way I can fall is to take revenge on the man who betrayed me. Then you have to go get revenge on the right people. Why harm innocent people? I'd love to, but it is very difficult because the ghost Giselle in the dissipate. At the same time, the silver trader Liam's town has an anti-spooky world. Without a complete body, I can't go with. I can give the soul back to your lover on one condition. Really? I agree. You are a fool that agree immediately when you don't even know the conditions. I won't hurt you. You just need to lend me your body to avenge the treacherous. All right, I agree. As long as you don't use my body for other evil purpose.
As in the covenant, the ghost Giselle returned the soul to Ethan and borrowed Amy's body. She brought Ethan to her old boyfriend's village. Along the way, Giselle realized Ethan was a nice and warm guy.
You've already known the one inside this body is me, but why are you still so considerate?
Don't think too much. I just don't want her body to get hurt.
At night, they met the wolves. For protecting Giselle, Ethan was seriously injured. The ghostess began to have feelings. She thought it was love, and gradually had the thought of making Ethan her own man. What if I kept living in Amy's body? Will you love me too?
Forget about it. Love is compensated by memories, not just by the same appearance.
They got back to the town and met a night hunter. Then they went on to ask for what had happened.
I just got back to town. I don't know. Liam. This name is quite familiar. Looks like he's been passed away for a long time.
It can't be. I don't believe it. If I can't finish him myself, I'm still a ghostess. How can I leave this world without solving my resentment? I can't accept this. If it's no salvation for me, I'm going to use Amy to get your soul to forever beside me. In front of them was the deep edge that no one can see the bottom. And if Ethan fell down, he would be gone forever. The ghostess Giselle in Amy's body approached the man. Taking advantage of the moment Ethan didn't notice, she intended on pushing him downward. But right at the moment when her hands touched him, Amy's soul inside her body suddenly awakened. No! Ethan, run! The ghostess was more powerful than Amy herself. She continued to storm towards Ethan. Amy did not want herself to take her lover's life, of course. However, if she kept hesitating until the ghostess completely took over her body, she would most likely hurt him. So Amy decided to sacrifice herself and jumped into the abyss.
No! Amy, no!
Amy! Don't believe in men's love, which can disappear in just a blink of an eye. I'm a victim of that vanity of love myself.
No, we are not the same. You got hurt by a bad person, but you can't impose that thoughts on any others. I will absolutely not become another you. Get hurt and try to hurt innocent people.
The ghostess still controlled Amy's body and tried to pull the man down.
Ethan, let it go. Please, let me go. Don't hurt yourself anymore.
No, I'd rather die than let you go.
Maybe if someone had to go, it would be me. Your love is beautiful. I don't like you as much as I thought. It's just an admiration for the way you love her. The ghostess Giselle also no longer felt the meaning of existence. She decided to leave Amy's body, spared her for the rest of her life. The dawn began to rise. The light shone down. Giselle's soul slowly dissipated. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Ethan. Thanks to both of you, I've learned a lot. The real reason I can't get salvation is because I've taken the souls of so many men and put the girls in an unfortunate situation like me. Even if my vengeance on Liam was successfully, the fact that I am no longer belong to this world, it is impossible for me to be happy. Meanwhile, if I'd given up and chose to reincarnate, the ghostess Giselle then completely vanished and left behind a necklace with the left half of the heart. At this moment, a man from the village appeared.
Are you looking for Liam, my brother?
So this is Liam's brother. Liam really did not abandon Giselle as the lie from the evil rich man's words. On the way to meet Giselle, he was severely beaten by that rich man. When Liam knew that the bad things was about to come, he ran back to the village and called for help. But in the very end, Liam couldn't take it any longer. It was too painful facing the death of his brother. He did not leave immediately. By the time he remembered his brother's final words, the lady Giselle was already followed his brother's steps. The brother sadly handed out a special necklace that his brother left behind, which was the right half of the heart, the love token of the Giselle and Liam. The necklace suddenly glowed, which made Liam and Giselle's soul appear, choking and embracing each other. I sincerely wish you both happiness and absolute happy to continue to spread faith and true love to this world. At the very end, Giselle and Liam clenched hands together and happily leave.
How were the children brought into the world? In the land of magical fairies, there existed an annual festival. Families who wished for children would come to the sacred tree on this day, and there they would collect eggs to care for at home. This year, even the king and queen took part as one of the participating couples. Hundreds of colourful eggs overflowed, stirring their hearts with excitement. The queen's gaze, however, was fixated on a single plain egg, seemingly forgotten in a distant corner. The solitude of this egg touched the hearts of the queen and the king. They decided to choose it.
Have you decided to choose this little one?
Let's go home together.
Without any alteration, just 3 months later, they would have a beautiful white butterfly princess or prince. What would this butterfly's appearance be like? Subscribe now to WOA Fairy Tales to find out. However, what the royal family didn't anticipate was that from that egg, a spider fairy emerged instead of a butterfly.
Father? Mother?
After overcoming their initial shock, the king and queen still chose to love her spider daughter.
Oh, little Nomi, no matter what you are, we will always love you.
But Nomi's grandmother held a different view, being demanding and valuing royalty above all else. She did not show any affection towards her. Living amidst a beautiful swarm of butterflies, despite her parents' constant efforts to comfort her, Nomi, an outsider, still experienced moments of loneliness. As time passed, the love of the king and queen had to be shared with another child on the next child-receiving day. This time, the king and queen had a true beautiful fairy, Adela, Nomi's younger sister. Unlike the gentle and timid Nomi, Adela was mischievous and full of energy. Adela even joined in the teasing of her older sister, echoing the rumors she heard.
Adela, you shouldn't behave like that. Children teasing each other. What harm does it bring? Don't make our beautiful Adela afraid.
As the years passed, the two children grew. Their contrasting personalities became more apparent.
Truly my granddaughter. If only your older sister had half of your liveliness, it would ease my heart.
If I mimic Adela, will my parents and grandmother love me as they love her?
Yet, this possibility seemed far-fetched, as Adela would immediately shy away in embarrassment whenever Nomi attempted to befriend her. This led to an unintentional incident, where Nomi's attempt to mimic Adela became a subject of laughter among their peers. Despite this, Nomi still loved and admired Adela. Once, Nomi forgot herself and instinctively to catch Adela before she fell during a performance. It's spider silk! Princess Nomi shot out spider silk! Since then, Nomi became an outcast among the fairies, avoided by all. Naturally introverted, Nomi withdrew even further. Yet, this gave her the freedom to be herself without pretense. During her lonely days, Nomi discovered her love for sewing. From then on, Nomi's designs grew in fame, spanning from dresses to silken accessories. Even Adela couldn't deny her sister's talent.
Unbelievable! This spider fairy creates such beautiful dresses.
Exactly! If she weren't a spider, she could have played with us. Their admiration was directed at Nomi's creations, not her as a person. One day, the fairy butterfly clan welcomed a special guest.
I mean no harm. I am Nomi's mother.
Lies! How could you have lost her? Nomi's our daughter, the butterfly princess.
I didn't mean for this to happen. It's my fault. I accidentally lost her that year. For all these years, I've been tormented, losing sleep and appetite, hoping to find her again.
Regardless, the truth is that Nomi has become a butterfly princess. With the tensions between our clans, it's better for you to leave.
But was she ever happy here? Or was she just an outsider to you?
Dear parents, she's right. I'm not a butterfly fairy. I better leave.
And so, with Nomi's decision, after the Grand Spring Festival, she would return to the land of the spiders with her birth mother. During her final days among the butterfly clan, Nomi felt the love and care from everyone. Even her grandmother, who had always disliked her as an outsider, seemed somewhat less cold towards her. Until a horrifying event shook their world. Overnight, all the spring blossoms that the butterfly clan had nurtured were destroyed.
The spider did this.
No, it wasn't me! Father, Mother, please believe me! That's right. There must be a misunderstanding.
However, Nomi couldn't defend herself when a fairy stood up and accused her of sneaky actions the previous night.
Please, let me help everyone fix the consequences.
Don't make matters more complicated.
Alone that night, Nomi burst into tears. Nomi, however, couldn't explain that she had secretly met her mother that night. Her mother was the Spider Queen. If she revealed herself without permission, a war between the clans would break out. Then, a letter from her mother arrived, outlining a plan to clear Nomi's name by shifting the blame onto Adela, the proud fairy who had bullied her. The day of the final festival arrived. Adela insisted on wearing the dress Nomi had prepared for her performance. Spider Queen chuckled as her plan was near completion.
Well done, my dear. Just wait until she starts singing. My rain-making army will activate. The dress woven from unique silk will get wet, releasing toxic fumes that will destroy everything, right? Well, what?
The raindrops simply caused Adela's dress to emanate a radiant rainbow glow, attracting bees that helped the flowers bloom.
Spring has come! It's all thanks to Nomi's hard work.
Nomi had never followed her mother's plan. That night, Adela had come to her room and confessed her trust in her sister. Adela had always been grateful to Nomi for saving her, but hadn't expressed it due to her own insecurities. They devised a plan together to thwart the Spider Queen while ensuring the festival's success.
How dare you! I'm your real mother! At the times when I needed you most, where were you? I figured it all out. You're just using me. But the butterfly family always cared for me, even though it wasn't always easy.
Would you like to visit Nomi? Take this with you. It's Nomi's favorite food.
Indeed, Nomi remained a cherished member of the butterfly clan.
What's wrong being a spider? She's kind and much better than all of you. Give that back.
Perhaps I should have thrown you into the butterfly clan, you useless.
Realizing she could no longer depend on Nomi, the Spider Queen gave signal and revealed her true intent army. Nomi also firmly assisted her parents in defending against the spider swarm. In the face of danger, the butterfly parents stood by Nomi's side. Even in the sneak attack of the Spider Queen, Adela was knocked down while trying to save her sister.
Sister, I'm sorry. I'm glad to be your sister.
The villain was punished, and though Princess Adela couldn't witness it, her body didn't dissolve but transformed into a beautiful rainbow egg. Nomi, with the help of a rainbow dress she wove, had shielded Adela's soul from the spider's venom, enabling her resurrection.
Let's go home together.
In the days leading up to Adela's return, Nomi was welcomed and embraced as a savior by the butterfly clan. Using her powers, she not only crafted countless beautiful dresses, but also enhanced the productivity of the butterfly community. And so, a happily ever after ending was woven into their lives.
It was the first day, the final semester, that I attended the Vampire Academy, the only place that's a trained professional vampires. I had been eagerly anticipating this day because... Celine! You've done it to me! If you want to see how I'll deal with her, subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales. As for the confrontation between me and that girl, it's an ancient story. We both come from famous vampire clan. The rivalry between our clans made us compete in every little thing. This time, Celine really succeeded. Our academy is divided into two species, Royal and Dampier. Celine and I are both Royals, pure-blood vampires, or those with the ability to perform magic. We'll live in the imposing, luxurious tower, spending most of our time chatting or learning ways to become more aristocratic. On the contrary, Dampier vampires, hybrids with humans, live differently. Their lifestyle is simpler, and they have to work harder. Although they don't possess magic, their speed and skills are extraordinary. They are trained to be protectors for royals. Royals and Dampiers live separately, only beginning to bond for life at the prom ceremony. To prepare for prom, starting today, Dampiers will be moved to the royal area to socialize. But that little Celine girl has taken everything away. What have you done? Oops, I accidentally borrowed your prom date. You're not mad, are you? Oh, it seems like you were a bit annoyed, huh?
Betty,
Well, now what are you going to do, Betty? Everyone has a date, and if you don't participate in prom, how will you graduate? At that moment, for some unknown reason, I declared that I would go with the only person who didn't have a date to prom. I also had doubts about my audacious decision. The person I chose was Edward. Edward is a low-profile Dampier, so inconspicuous that no one remembers him. He struggles with academics, has a reserved personality, and never participates in group activities.
I don't agree.
What? He dared? All right, no worries. Eric and I will definitely become the king and queen of prom to get that moonstone for you. It helps with mind control, you know. And who knows, maybe Edward will accept your invitation. For the first time in 17 years, I had to endure such embarrassment.
I agree.
What? What did you say?
I said I agree. See you tomorrow.
Like a dream, from that day on, Edward and I truly began to get to know each other to prepare for prom. It wasn't easy to change the mindset of someone as stubborn as Edward. Do you really want to cooperate? With the current situation, even if we don't participate in prom, we can become the king and queen. You knew that, didn't you? Sorry, but you're probably regretting not having Eric now, right?
Why should she regret something that has lost its value?
What's the freak saying now? How can a weirdo compare to someone who always wants to steal other people's things? Thanks to you, I'll have 100 times better prom date than Eric. I may have spoken strongly, but seeing them happy together, I was truly sad.
Look, weren't you very determined just now? Come on, we'll win. You said I'm 100 times better than him, didn't you? Oh, give this back to you. Study it carefully, bookworm.
You? How dare you read? You! Don't tell anyone. If this gets out, I'll be seen as a weirdo just like Edward. Oh well, studying about Strigoi is my special hobby. These are the most feared and rarely mentioned type of vampires in vampire history, because they are the only ones who feed not only on humans, but also on royals and Dampiers. They are resurrected from the dead and become immortal, rumored to be the harbingers of destruction. In terms of power, neither royals nor Dampiers are a match for them. The Vampire Academy was founded to train vampires to fight against this species. What if Edward reveals this information? I can't even imagine. But Edward didn't do that. He even showed interest in the notebook.
Why are you studying these?
I want to know more about Strigoi. Are they really as evil as they say? And instead of destroying them, is there a way to redeem them? Edward also started cooperating with me more in our prom preparations. We had a fairly, enjoyable time. And I realized that I might have started to like him a little. After that night, Edward underwent a dramatic change. When he discarded his disastrous fashion, he became an entirely different person. Even Celine couldn't help but be impressed. How could Eric compare to this eccentric guy? Not only handsome, but the scent of Edward's blood also had an irresistible charm that captivated the royals. Feeling that she had lost a delicious meal, Celine was once again eager to steal my prom date right before the party. According to tradition, Royal and Dampier students are divided into groups to guard the school and practice their teamwork. Unfortunately, due to bad luck, Edward and I were assigned to the same group as those two troublemakers. Thanks to them, the atmosphere between us became more awkward. This task was supposed to be a training exercise with harmless traps set up, but unexpectedly the snakes, the vampire's eternal enemies, appeared here. With our current abilities, we were no match for them. Ha! My dear friend and the guy I once liked disappeared in the blink of an eye.
I'll hold them off. You run away.
How could I accept that? We were a team, and of course, I had my own abilities. A bite barely grazed me and left me stunned. After that night, my body seems to start changing. Perhaps it was a side effect of the snake's venom, even though it was extracted in time. I thought that after the disaster, Edward and I would become closer, but no. He changed again, becoming as cold as he was in the beginning. Just to let you know, Edward is my new prom date. What? Edward, what's going on?
Exactly what you heard.
That moment became even more unsettling when Eric lost a lot to Celine. No! There must be some hidden mystery in this. Through investigation, I discovered a horrifying truth. Edward, the one who once captivated me, is a special Strigoi. What? What do you intend to do? This is the Vampire Academy. The professors will punish Strigoi.
Come on, they'd have to punish you as well then, Betty. Don't you remember anything?
According to his account, on a mission night, he bit me and turned me into a Strigoi. You? How dare you?
Be smart and stay quiet until my plan succeeds. When you return there, it will be you who faces danger.
What do you plan to do?
Give him what he deserves. A man who abandoned his wife and children like he did doesn't deserve the position of headmaster.
Edward seemed to be looking down on me too much. Even if I got punished, I had to warn everyone about his plan. When I arrived at prom, he and Celine had become the king and queen and received the Moonstone ring.
Something's not right.
He used the ring to control everyone's minds. This would make the Academy's defense line disappear, leading to the appearance of more Strigoi.
I don't care about what you're planning, just don't get in our way. What if I am the girl you truly care about?
However, perhaps even Edward didn't anticipate that Alan would change direction and rush towards me. The little remaining strength within me had already been used to break down the door to get here.
Ha! I guess I was right. She's the only one you care about, isn't she?
It turns out that Edward knew that Alan might target the girl next to him, so he intentionally let Celine become a decoy, replacing me at prom. Why did you save me? I've turned into a Strigoi too, you know.
Huh? Do you believe everything I say? You're stubborn right up to prom. Truly stubborn.
Right after that, I was also controlled by him to continue the unfinished plan.
You recognize me now, don't you? Unexpected that the son turned into a Strigoi can come back here for revenge, right? It's my mother. My mother sacrificed herself to save me, but it didn't work. And she ended up like this, even in her passing. She still wanted me to return this to you.
When the two rings were placed side by side, a strange and magical phenomenon occurred. Perhaps the magic of family bond. Back then, during the intense battle with the Strigoi, the headmaster bravely stormed through the front lines. However, he inadvertently lost track of his wife and son. They were threatened, and their safety was exchanged for the headmaster's appearance, but due to lost information, by the time they reached the headmaster, his loved ones were no more. The two rings were originally a pair, a testament to the love between Edward's parents. The memory segment ended simultaneously with the control of the rings over the vampires, inadvertently leading to a tragedy. It was the only way to end the immortal life of the Strigoi. Hey, you can't sleep! You haven't even apologized to me for what Celine did! Headmaster, please save him quickly! He's your own son!
Calm down, you're too noisy. Father, I'm sorry. Didn't expect to meet you like this.
The headmaster hastily used all his strength to exchange for Edward's life.
Please, Father, don't do that.
I can't lose my only loved one again.
It turns out there was a way to save Strigoi, but it required him to give up immortality and at the same time for a royal to sacrifice their power and even their life to save him. Edward was no longer a Strigoi, but it was a shame that his father, in addition to losing his power, was permanently disabled. Today, they will return to the castle deep in the forest to spend more time together.
Now that I've truly become a Dhampir, I will still work hard to practice and one day be able to protect and bond with you. As for you...
I'm willing to wait. Look how impatient he is. Well, this time I admit defeat to you. This story is a thank you message for Beth D, Lyco Girl 1789, who has contributed many ideas to WOA Fairy Tales. In the future, we hope to receive more contributions from the audience to further develop WOA Fairy Tales. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. And now, please share your emotions with WOA Fairy Tales after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode!